That was the wrong screen. Hi, chat. Hello, gamers.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for coming out.
Yeah.
I'm here with a frog glorp. Frog glorp.
Wow.
Live glorp.
It's not live glorp. No one's live glorping on the stream. It's live glorp.
Who are
Like-
glorping right now, chat?
No one's glorping at 6 p.m. on a Friday after a long hot week.
Friday evening, time to glorp.
It's been a long week. Pass the glorp.
Pass the glorp.
It's the two fish with the wine bottle or the wine glasses.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. You two can go ahead and introduce yourselves if you like. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Frogcast. I'm a holographic VTuber who plays lots of things. I suppose you could call me a variety streamer, but really it's just whatever I feel like playing. Sometimes it'll be weeks and weeks of Elden Ring. Sometimes it'll be a different thing every day. I'm here with my girlfriend, Kath.
That's me. I'm Kath. I'm the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
She's the little
Official
cat
title.
in my hair. And a founder of Glorp Corp.
That's true.
Secret lore only revealed on twitch.tv/miavivo.
Broadcast lore revealed on other channel. Breaking news.
This is like when they'd have like the ABC Family Thursday block, and they'd have characters like cross over into other shows and like have special episodes.
This is the special episode. Oh my god, no
Mhm.
way.
A very special episode of Gamers.
But also,
Announcing I'm straight.
yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Security's on their way.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be on the show. I'm so glad that Mia is doing this beyond June and is going to make the entire year gay.
The entire timeline has been gayed. Pride Month containment breach.
Grab your creepypastas because it's containment breach. Is creepypasta the same thing as SCP?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, the way you said containment breach, I was like, oh my god, FNAF?
No.
But that's yeah. That's a me
Not
thing.
gay.
I've never met a straight person that likes FNAF. I'm gonna be real.
It's a shame about Scott Cawthorne. Did you ever play his earlier game Pilgrim's Progress?
I did not.
You play as a young boy who literally wears sins upon his back, and you have to go and become Jesus's strongest warrior while you pray for the sinful people, and you like fight monsters called like Soul Dozer.
There's no way this game is real.
Turn-based. You seriously. It's called Pilgrim's Progress. It's ridiculous.
I'm googling it.
It's supremely Christian to the point where it looks like a parody, but it's just like
it's £4.
There's some issues.
It's £4. Do not give Cawthorne any money. He has too much.
Chat,
He's giving it to
Jesus
the wrong
stream?
people.
Jesus stream? Also, thank you, Juliet and Ghosty, for following, and thank you, everyone, for reaching the goal. That's kind of awesome.
We did it! 520!
Who thought we would have made it? Not me.
It's been really fun seeing like your streams since whoa, another
Thank
one.
you, Code Blue. Yippee!
We met like last year.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah. It's getting towards a year because I remember we were both excited for Season of Discovery.
I remember the first time that we like hanged out was Season of Discovery.
Yeah.
I made a little EU account for like Phase 1.
Good times. We did a raid and everything.
Yeah. That raid was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I quite liked it. We cleared it in one night. There was that one Tauren who helped us through it.
And there's too much WoW going on to go back to.
Yep, there is
and Final Fantasy and Elden
and Final
Ring
Fantasy
and every other game.
and Elden Ring. Every game has decided. So the month started, and then Destiny 2 put out their expansion,
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, 2 weeks later, Elden Ring put their expansion out. And the week after that, Final Fantasy XIV put their expansion out. And then in 2 months' time, War Within comes out.
Mm-hmm. They really all rang a little bell and were like, "Gay people, come get your crumbs."
Come get your slop, come on.
We
We were like,
crawled out
oh,
of our little
slop,
mouse holes.
yummy.
Live glorp, everyone.
Live glorp. I hope everyone's having a good night. I hope you've all had a good week. Yeah, thanks for coming out. If you have any questions at any point, ask away. This is a live show.
Mm-hmm.
Not much point in me
Do
doing
we
a
get
live
to
show
ask
if people can't
questions?
ask questions. You can ask questions.
Oh my god, yes. Go ahead.
What's going on?
Not much. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the chat, what's going on, huh?
Yeah.
What do we always have to put on that show?
When's the chat
Can
show?
we
When can
make-
chat do the
Yeah.
stream?
Can we put us in the chat box and then have chat along the main screen?
What it's like
Ooh,
being
2
cultivating
questions.
community. Honestly,
Cultivating the-
for the first one, I have always, like, since I've started streaming consistently, I've treated my stream like I'm just, like, hanging out with friends and just, like, talking
Oh yeah,
while I, like, do other stuff, like play video games or whatever.
super
And-
important.
I have fun with it, so that's why I keep doing it. I could probably, like, there's probably more growth to be made through, like, clip farming and being a reactionary person or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
But, nah, I don't care. I'm just here to hang out.
yeah. Play what you want to play and don't cater to anyone but your own whims. And as for the second one, boycott McDonald's until they stop funding Israel.
Yeah, if McDonald's
and-
stop funding Israel, I'll go back and get a 6-piece nugget.
Exactly. I'll be there getting my tenders.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. All their fucking burgers suck. What's there to eat other than the nuggets?
The problem is we're
Exactly.
spoiled because we have a really good burger shop near us.
Yeah.
There's this place called Black and White Burger near us. I mean, they're across Belgium, so you can't dox us. And their gimmick is they put squid ink in one of the buns to make it
Ooh.
black, and the other one's just like regular.
Some of them are actually white.
Yeah, some are white. And they do a really good smoosh burger there.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's
Just-
Friday already.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
noticed that.
Poor
That's
Cap.
crazy.
Poor Cap. Today she was like, everything's going too quickly. I need to slow time down. It's Friday already.
It's Friday! Dude, that's crazy. It's Friday already. Oh my god.
The days of the week quickly lose meaning without a job.
Time is a fraud. Time is actually a
Mhm.
fraud.
Yeah.
Look at what mathematicians and watch companies have demand that you respect.
Come on.
They
Come
have
on,
played us for
Swatch.
fools.
It's It's ever since that one guy put sticks in the ground to measure where how high the sun was, it was
Like,
over for
it was
us.
over. Humanity should have just ended there.
But I do like having a little coffee on a Friday evening and being on twitch.tv/miavivo, or Vivio, as I put in my Discord for 2 seconds.
Coffee
Is it
good.
really Vivo? I thought it was like Bevo.
It,
That's
I don't know how you
obvious
pronounce
pronunciation.
it, but I stole it from funny music brand that
Yeah.
I hate.
Can we get a poll going? Is it V or Ve?
How do I start?
Because
a
I'm
poll?
pretty sure it's Vivo. Like
But
live.
wouldn't it be then 2 E's? Oh no.
It doesn't have to be.
Nothing in English makes sense. I keep
English is a
saying this.
fraud.
This is the problem. Camp is Italian
Mhm.
and also treats language very literally.
I come from structure. English is just a mess.
Yeah.
It's maybe 3 or 4 times a week we get into a discussion about how words are wrong, how expressions are incorrect.
English is my first and only language, and I still can't speak it properly. So What does that say about me?
If you have if you have the chance to learn a second language when you're growing up, do it. I know there's no kids here, but
I'm
It's
already
very
grown
good for
up.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you start later, it helps. But like growing up with it, it like changes how you think.
That's when
Yeah.
you're still a sponge and you can still absorb things.
My
And now I'm a
problem
rock.
is like when I got to like 15, 16, and I was like, I want to learn something. I didn't go for language. I went and learned guitar.
Oh, nice.
But I taught myself.
That's
I didn't get
cooler.
lessons or anything.
Oh, how did that go?
Oh, it's great. I love it. I still play it.
There you go then.
It's great.
I was worried the story was going to have a bad ending.
No, no, no. Good ending. Good ending. I did the
Yay.
side quests.
Ooh.
I used to play the drums, and I still want to, but very expensive and very noisy. So
Drums are great,
Uh-huh.
but it's just space.
yeah, I'll have to find a good electronic drum set at some point.
Yeah.
It's another company that uploaded some music on YouTube, but it was censored. Yes, but also every time back in like 2017, we had a joke that if me and like my IRL friends had a joke that if our Twitter accounts ever got banned, we would just be like, yeah, we're just gonna make the same account but put Vivo behind it. And then last year my Twitter account got banned,
Oh,
so I made the
okay.
same account and put Vivo behind it.
Let's go. I don't even remember your old name, so clearly Mia Vivo is superior.
I got banned because this was like, God, this must have been when Hogwarts Legacy dropped.
Oh, yikes.
And there was a VTuber basically, like, who hadn't even streamed before, like a fresh new VTuber basically saying like, oh, haha, look at all the trans people crying over this. So I tweeted,
Mm-hmm.
new transphobic VTuber dropped, chat, crush her skull. And I got banned for
And it was immediately banned because it was the best tweet the website had ever had.
No, people started fighting under it. Like, people started, like,
Oh, no.
unironically fighting under that tweet, and then I got banned. I went to bed that night and woke up to seeing people saying, hey, people are fighting under your tweet, and I tried to log in to Twitter to see what was going on, and my account was gone.
Oh, no. Ah, well, at least we have Vivo now.
True! I have
Amy
50
asks-
alternate accounts? I wish. I'd have 50 more followers.
Amy asks if Kath needs a bass player.
Sure. Actually, bass and drums solos are so good together.
You're so
Real.
gay.
Dude, I low-key wish I bought a bass when I worked in a secondhand music store.
Mm-hmm. With that sweet discount.
Yeah, because it was like a 15% discount. I only want a bass to learn the intro to Hysteria by Muse. That's all I want a
And then
bass for.
You learn it and you play it perfectly, and you're like, I'm done with you.
I'm
And
like,
you
cool.
drop it off a cliff.
Yeah, I'll Tekken. I'll do like what Heihachi does in Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I've finished with you. Now perish.
Be gone.
Leave my sight.
Oops. Pulled my headphone out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear anything. Don't say anything mean about me, chat.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to find the right hole.
I'm making no comments on this.
Good thing Lenore isn't here to add a quote. I've just looked at our models, and we have like opposite figures. Like yours is like a downwards triangle, and mine's definitely going up. Like an upside down Dorito.
What direction your triangle going? Chat, what direction your triangle going?
A question to think about over the weekend.
Yeah. What way's your triangle pointing?
Hmm.
I think I'm a rectangle.
That's thinking inside the box.
It's like
That's not even
4
thinking
triangles.
inside the box. That's becoming the box.
You can make a rectangle out of 2 triangles.
But why do less if you can have more?
It's a good mentality.
North. Real.
Mm, like a compass, always pointing the way.
Honestly, I forgot what a compass was for a second, but I remembered. I remember.
Oh, what?
Don't worry about it. I remember.
You're too busy using your Aetheria crystals or whatever they're called in Final Fantasy to teleport around that you weren't
Yeah.
taught basic navigation or cartography.
I don't have to walk anywhere. I press the teleport button and I pay like 500 currency. But
Gills?
500 currency is like nothing to me because I over last weekend I made like 4 million selling pineapples.
Whoa.
Selling pineapples to crafters.
This is what Canada did in the 1950s when they invented Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, I became the pineapple baron for a weekend to the point if anyone undercut me on the market, I would buy them out and add it to my pineapple trust fund. Is that the new hot item? Because the pineapple market crashed. I went to bed one night and I woke up and it was crashed.
People said they're fighting underneath your pineapple postings, and you tried to log in and they banned you from the market.
Banned from pineapples. Cast pineapple trivia versus my Chernobyl trivia is unmatched.
What?
Don't worry
What,
about it.
The incident?
Like Stalker?
Yeah, I've not played Stalker, but like I'm talking like God, what game were we even playing? Fallout New Vegas. We're playing Fallout New Vegas, and one of the characters, I think it's the ghouls who you have to send to space, mention like a nuclear blasting agent, and I was like, hey, that's the same blasting agent that went critical at Chernobyl, and Pyro was like, what? How do you know this? I was like, don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Don't question it. Don't question it.
Nope. Will not.
No questions.
This is famously the show isn't about questions.
Yeah. I definitely don't have a page of questions on my other monitor right now.
Do you want to get started on this? You wanna
Chernobyl
hit us
2
with that first
Electric
one?
Boogaloo.
Well, don't hit us with that.
Alright, this one, what was the, your least, like, a game you were really excited for, and it came out and you were like, wait, this kind of sucks, and you were really disappointed by, like, most disappointing game?
I got my answer immediately. Do you have yours? Do you want to work on yours?
Say that again?
Most disappointing game, as in, like, you were really excited for it pre-release?
Okay, like any game.
Yeah, like any game.
You go first. I need to think about it.
Brink. I was really, really, really excited for Brink.
I forgot that game existed!
I had like 2 games on my Steam account at the time, Terraria and something else. And I was like, oh fuck, Brink is coming out. It's being published by Bethesda. It's got cool splash damage gunplay and like it's got this neat like punk aesthetic. Obviously, when it was coming out, I didn't have all the words and the language that I have now. So I wasn't like, oh yeah, the anarchic vibes really appealed to me. It was more like I like a woman in a hoodie wearing a bandana.
Yeah! We love that.
Or did I want to play as her? Well, you know.
Did I want to play as that character, or did I want to be that character?
Yeah, it's a lot of feelings. But I was so excited for Brink to come out, and then it didn't run very well on my laptop. I played through the single player story, which was
that game
like,
had a single player?
It was like let's play bot matches with strict objectives, and it was supremely disappointing. And I didn't like. I just kind of dropped it.
Oh, like Battlefront 2. Oh, don't remind me.
Like, hang on. I think Runa's trying to be like positive. Like, remember Battlefront 2 2005 where you just
Oh yeah,
played
no,
the
that one
bots?
was good.
Battlefront 2 2017 ended up good.
It didn't start good.
No, it didn't.
See,
Do you remember the loot boxes?
Oh my god.
that
Yeah.
they pulled and then never implemented.
I am very much a defender of, like, the simple COD campaign. Because, like, yeah, it's short, and it's really silly, and none of it really makes sense if you take it too seriously. But in Modern Warfare 2, you get to ride a snowmobile with 2 G18s. And that's pretty fun.
Yeah, or you're, like, driving a tank through, like, a Burger King.
Yeah. And it's like 5 hours, and they're really silly, and it's just really fun. And I think more games would be better if they just had, like, COD-style, old COD campaigns as their campaign.
Dangerous question I'm about to ask.
Okay.
Have you played Halo? Do you like Halo?
I have only played Halo Reach. And it's been like, been like 8 years since I played that.
Halo's really good. And just like Call of Duty.
No way, really?
Relative length campaigns that are really fun.
I own Master Chief Collection on Steam. I bought it because they were like, oh my god, Halo Reach is coming out. And I was like, wait, I love that game. So I bought Master Chief Collection in a sale for like £5. I haven't played the other Halo games though.
This is fantastic information. I'm just gonna keep this tucked away in my back pocket.
Okay. I won't ask questions. I'm not gonna ask questions.
I love Halo. Like, it's up there. It's one of my top franchises. And every time I hear somebody hasn't played the Halo games, there's this sickos mode part of me that's like, play it with them, play it with them, play it with them, co-op, play it with them. So I did it with Kian, I did it with Kath, I'm doing it with Ashley, I'm doing it with Lily, like, I played it with Runa, like...
Everyone will get Haloed.
Yeah, basically.
I'm on the list now to get Haloed, oh god.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. It comes for us all.
It sure does. Are you were talking about the reaction to Battlefront 2. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I wouldn't say I'm like a Star Wars fan, but like I become a Star Wars fan like every couple of years. And by what I mean by that is every couple of years I'll rewatch the Clone Wars.
Interesting.
And I'll be like, yeah, Rebels? That was really good. I did not watch Rebels.
Rebels is better than Clone Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
I only recently rewatched Clone Wars because I remembered that like that last season of it came out. So I watched it and I was like, wait, this was really... And I watched it and I rewatched the whole thing. And at the start I was like, why do I remember this being good? Because the first season kind of sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. First 2 seasons, real rough.
But then you like get later into it and you're like, wait, this is actually kind of peak. This is actually like amazing.
It's interesting because it's all George Lucas ideas, and it's like the last thing he did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And because it was a TV show, he could do so much with it, and he could go to so many places. Didn't mean they were always successes. Like with George Lucas, it's like a 50-50
or whatever
batting
it was called. That was terrible.
Love the Zillow Beast. Love that episode because Palpatine, to escape the Zillow Beast, has to ride on R2-D2 away. There on Star Wars Twitter, there must have been memes going around of that for years.
I wish I was on
Twitter. That's probably
why
he made the Empire. Oh, I mean, like, in universe.
Oh, like, do you think they have social media in like fictional universes?
They absolutely don't. But I'm saying they should.
They should
just be memes. It's like people making like 9/11 jokes now would be making Zillow Beast jokes. Oh my god, the Beast is on the Senate building.
Clone Wars is like really good though. It was real. I really like Clone Wars.
It is really good.
I just like the prequels because the prequels, like, I grew up with the prequels, so I will defend the prequels forever.
And that's the cool thing about Star Wars. There is so much for so many people. I think if you like Clone Wars, you'd like Rebels.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I'll have to give it a shot sometime.
Like in 2 years when you're a Star Wars fan again.
Yeah. When the time comes again. Right now, I'm very much in my Elden Ring lore on the second monitor phase.
I gotta finish that DLC.
It's so good. FromSoft never miss.
We'll have to dip back in to talk about it when I'm done.
Yeah. But I mean, like, in general, FromSoft don't miss, because 2022 was Elden Ring. which, like,
Yeah.
biggest game of that year by a large margin. And then last year was the return of Armored Core after, like, 10, 15 years without an Armored Core game. And I'd never played an Armored Core before. Played Armored Core 6. I love that game. That game was so much fun.
It was really good.
It's just, like, it's not as hard as, like, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, whatever, but it's just fun.
The player freedom and expression of how you build your mech and then how you operate it and, like, all of that is so good.
I remember, like,
you make.
in my first play, like, my first new game, I was, like, stressed out about what parts I want to buy, and then someone told me, like, hey, you can sell them and get a full refund at any time. And that just changed the whole game for me. And I was like, no way.
It's like, let's try everything.
Let's just
I'm
start
at a buffet.
throwing shit at the wall.
I'm at a buffet and I'm loading up that plate, you know?
Literally. It was great. No, like, From Software have not missed. For me, personally.
I realized recently while talking to Kian, expert game knowledge, that my first ever FromSoft game was Chrome Hounds on the Xbox 360, which was like an always online mech game. Yeah. It was like Armored Core, but only for the Xbox 360, and it was always online with like persistent battlefields.
Oh my god, that's a real game. Developer From Software. 2006! Oh my god. My first FromSoft game was Dark Souls 3 when that game first came out.
In late 2015, early 2016,
Yes. I think around
it was
then?
wild how much came out like between 2014 and 2016.
Like,
because it was Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, like...
Yeah, and even in other games as well, because the same year that Bloodborne came out, which Bloodborne is my favorite game ever.
Good choice, good choice.
Another one of my favorite game evers also came out that year. The Witcher 3.
Gotcha.
And then the best zombie game ever made came out that year. Black Ops 3.
Oh, I thought you were going to say The Order 1886.
I didn't play that one.
Sorry,
I didn't have a
PS4
until like 2017. I sold my Xbox One for a PS4.
Smart. Yeah, I didn't. I kept my Xbox
like
One.
Right after I finished Dark Souls 3, and then because the Xbox One version came with a code for backwards compatibility Dark Souls 1.
Nice.
So after I got around to finishing both of them, I was like, I'm buying a PS4, I want to play
Bloodborne. Good pick. Kath, did you work out what your biggest gaming disappointment is?
I don't know, because I don't really get excited like that for games, or like I only get excited for something when I know I'm gonna like it. So I don't really have many gambles like that. But the only thing I can think about is New World.
Oh man, New World.
I haven't thought about New World in months.
God, that game was terrible.
We got it, me, Ellie, and a friend play it, and then we played it a bit. It was okay, and then
it seemed like that. And I remember watching a Josh Strife Hayes video about all the problems it had like 8 months after launch.
Like everyone, this happens. I think it's a fucking cycle. Every time there's a new MMO, they're like, oh, this is gonna be the next big thing. It's gonna be the best thing ever.
I remember.
And it comes out, and it's just another one of these. Like, doesn't have anything different or special.
My only memory of that game is before it came out, there was a thing where it's like if you pre-ordered it on Steam, you could play the beta. Because the beta was a separate launcher, you could refund it if you played the beta and decided you didn't like it.
Incredible.
So I bought it on Steam, played the beta, and I realized that I was in water, and I was like, man, this water's really high up, and my character hasn't started swimming yet. I wonder how deep I can go.
Oh, no.
There was no swimming. My character, I had a screenshot on my old Twitter of my character just stood at the bottom of a lake in New World. And also there was no mounts, and you had to walk for like 40 minutes to get anywhere.
Hmm. Yeah. I never touched it, but it seems like I dodged a bullet.
Stick to World of
Did
Warcraft.
you did you did you find any disappointment with Shadowlands? Like a lot of people? Ooh, she's
I
thinking.
stopped playing like a month or two in, just because there was too much going on. I didn't have the chance to be disappointed in it.
Fair.
I just got overwhelmed. Like, this is too much to do. I don't want it.
It was an incredible time for WoW because it was like at the very peak of you need to log in and do everything in a week or you're gonna be behind.
And now
Which they really
Cataclysm Classic
fixed with
how is
Dragonflight.
like, and it's doing the exact same thing. You miss a week of
You know-
heroic dungeons, you are permanently behind in Cata.
You know, that's classic. That's the experience. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not like
I don't
too
even
mad at
care
that.
about being ahead or behind or whatever. Like, item level is nothing to me. I don't give a shit. I just
Enlightened.
it was just too much to do. Like, I like doing things, and wow, I like getting my stuff done and like seeing the rewards and all that, getting my stuff in my collections. And so, like, when there's just too much to keep track of, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I get that.
We've been doing everything in Dragonflight, like everything.
Going for
to
the
get
Taivan mount.
Yeah, to get the meta achievement done. And it's been really good. Dragonflight had some really fun stuff.
Dragonflight was
Like-
really good.
Mhm.
I'm
Like,
just
it
not
wasn't-
playing this season because it's all stuff that I've already done. So I'm like, I can take a break
Mhm.
here and go play some other stuff for a bit.
Absolutely. I only really started playing this season because I got so burnt out on Shadowlands. And Shadowlands came out, and I was running raids for it, and I was doing everything every week. And then at the same time, I started streaming.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I realized by the time we cleared Castle Nathria normal, I was like, I don't want to spend 8 hours a week streaming. 8 hours a week raiding. I want to spend it streaming instead. And it's the best decision I made ever made, because going back to Paranoid's question earlier, what's it been like cultivating your own communities through streaming? This is the best group of people I've ever known. Like through this, like I've met so many talented, funny, incredible people through this. There's no way I would have met them through my World of Warcraft guild.
Yeah. God.
I have years and years and years of guild drama stories.
I feel like
It's
everyone
a hell of
who's
a
played
time.
WoW at some point has a guild, at least one guild drama story.
You've seen that meme, right? Of like playing World of Warcraft and helping like a
That was
38-year-old
me!
woman go through
That
her
was
divorce.
me in
Yeah.
Mists of Pandaria.
That was me in Legion. Yeah. Ah.
That's why I stopped playing for like. So I quit like halfway through Mists as a kid, like when I was originally playing it on EU. I don't have access to that account anymore. God knows where that account is. Completely
I
lost
think
all
that-
of the
I think that-
details.
I think that 38-year-old lady got it in her divorce.
But yeah, I ended up basically like helping a 40-year-old woman break up with her husband and like deal with all of that. And then I quit
God.
MMOs for like 10 years.
Mhm.
And then I randomly picked up Final Fantasy XIV in 2020 after I dropped out of college.
And all the time disappeared.
Yep. Except this time there are no 40-year-olds.
Yeah, we're
Wish
gonna be
there were.
40-year-old.
Hags, 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 hags.
Oh, Willow's come to join us. Our cat is here.
Cat.
Cat.
Yippee.
Cat. Maybe she'll meow. No. She's just putting a like whole body next to the microphone. Now just her butt.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was part of a guild, a lovely social guild that I really liked the vibe of in Legion. And I was like, I love this. Nobody's like trying too hard. We've got some people who are pretty good. We've got some people who are pretty bad. Like, doesn't matter about your skill level. You're all gonna have fun, right? And eventually, I was on so much, I got promoted to officer, right? Um, at the same time, the guild leader was going through a difficult time and kept handing off more and more and more responsibility to the officers, which ended up just being me because I was like 19 and I had all the time in the world when I wasn't at work.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but uh, she eventually got married to another one of the officers in the guild, and they moved in together. And then she decided that we were going to become a raiding guild, and like got obsessed with looking at Raider.io and the stats for our guild on the server.
Raider.io and like Warcraft logs.
Yep, exactly. And it poisoned the whole thing. And I spoke out against it because I was the raid leader at the time. And I
Yeah.
was the one, like, I was being like, hey, we should be having fun. Like, these people are spending so much time here. They shouldn't feel bad every week because they're not being playing perfectly. And eventually the guild just imploded because of other drama between other people. And this person was going through this difficult time and they had to move country to live with their husband and all this other stuff. And she was like, I'm done. I'm keeping the guild and the name. You guys
In the
all have to
divorce.
go.
I'm keeping
and
the
go.
guild in the divorce.
Basically,
I
you
think
guys all have to go
for
make a new guild.
normal and heroic, as long as you're killing the boss, it really doesn't matter. The only
Mhm.
time you really need to like
Absolutely.
optimize and look at passes and look at what you could do better is for mythic raiding. And that's why like
Mhm.
3% of the player base actually does mythic raiding.
Yeah.
Like some
Exactly.
heroic guilds will go in and they'll kill like the first 2 bosses because like the first 2 bosses normally not too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you're doing the whole mythic raid, that's when you want to start looking at like optimizing and passing and everything.
Yeah.
I like looking at my passes because I like seeing funny number go up.
Stats are amazing.
But
I liked going through the season of WoW and eventually getting over 500 item level. Didn't matter.
yeah,
We were not doing like dungeons or raids or anything. I just feel
it's just
good killing
nice to
trash.
feel see number go up.
Hmm. So the guild leader keeps the guild and kicks everyone else out, but like declares that one of the officers will be the guild leader for the new guild. And it's incredible because I'd been there like 3 years at that point doing everything. But it turns out she never liked me and
Huh?
thought I created too much drama because I got in a fuss after finding out one of our guild members was transphobic.
Kill them
Um, yeah,
with
and
hammers.
it's incredible. The same day I kicked this person out of the guild for saying trans people are just mentally ill, they were invited back because they needed more DPS for the raid.
No.
Yeah.
At that point, you just
And
pug
so
another DPS.
exactly. Like it was ridiculous. I wasn't even out at this point. Like I was just,
Yeah, but I think you're just
trying to be a good
trying to be
person.
a good person, have good
Yeah.
morals.
So anyway, this other officer who's been with us for 6 months gets like anointed guild leader by the old one. They're like, you can be guild leader, and it's very strange. But we go along with it. We make another guild. We go through stuff. This guild leader then starts to get the sickness and is like, we got to focus on raids. We got to focus on doing well. And it was partway through Battle for Desaralor in
Oh
BFA
no.
where I was leading the guild. I was leading the raids, and we were having trouble on opulence, and I was cracking jokes to like keep people calm and keep people like playing and happy. And they said, "Hey, Cass, you have to stop cracking jokes. This has to be a serious raid. Like
Yeah, but then it's
we
not
have to stay
fun.
focused." And I quit on the spot. I was like, "If look, I'm running everything here. I'm doing the raids." Runa was in the guild at this point, and we both just walked out. Like it's
When the most I've played in Final Fantasy was in patch 5.4, which was in Shadowbringers. And that was when I was playing a lot and doing like raids with friends and stuff. And the best passes I've ever had on a fight was Emerald Weapon Extreme, because the group of friends I had at the time, we said, hey, we're just gonna farm this all night and see if one of us gets to mount.
nice.
And that is the best pass I've ever had, just because I was having fun playing the game.
Hell yeah. That's what it's about.
Sorry, my mom chatted me.
Hi.
Yeah, Final Fantasy passing culture right now, it's pretty bad.
I thought like DPS, like you weren't allowed to like ask people about their DPS in Final Fantasy. Like,
You're
DPS
not,
meters
but
were
people will
banned.
still log. I think logging is fine. I'm fine with people logging. I like seeing funny number go up. I just don't think it's that big a deal. If you kill the boss, who cares, right?
Exactly. MMOs should be more about exploration.
I just like pushing buttons and fighting cool bosses.
Push button, so good.
I push buttons
Love to
so
push button.
good. I love
I've been
pushing
playing-
buttons.
I've been playing Protection Paladin
Oh,
since
that
I
has some
started
good
Dragonflight.
buttons.
And it's got so many good buttons. I love to throw a shield and it bounce around and back to me.
Yeah.
Captain America, so good. So yeah, that was the long answer to what our biggest gaming disappointment was. I love
And
this show.
somehow
This
we got a
rules.
World of Warcraft tangent in there.
Hey, look, it's gonna keep happening.
It is. I'm sorry. I'm
It's.
very much in an MMO phase right now.
I mean, hey, we're always talking about WoW. Kenneth will often be sitting on the couch and be like, "Wish WoW had this. Wish I had a place you could just like go."
I
and look
wish
around
Final
and put
Fantasy had a
tent
lot
up."
of features that WoW has.
Mhm.
My biggest
Vice versa,
problem
probably.
with Final Fantasy at the moment is how transmog works. It's terrible. To transmog an item, you have to go and buy this thing off the item board called a Glamour Prism, and you have to go and get the item from like whatever it drops from, and then you have to go to an in room and put it in this thing called the Glamour, like a Glamour chest or whatever it's called, and then you have to put it on a transmog set, and you only have
Fuck.
20 transmog sets.
The hell?
Whereas in WoW, you just get the item and now it's unlocked in your collections tab.
It's gonna be even easier soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna
Warbound.
be account-wide. Warbound.
Warbound gear, warbands, whatever.
Warbands is probably the thing I'm most excited about for the War Within.
Just account-wide everything. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Only time passing matters
Yeah.
if you're going for max pass. Yeah, but also I just like seeing number go up. I like
other thing
seeing
I'm
my
excited
first
about-
clear of a fight have a really shitty pass, and then like 10 clears later, the pass actually be decent.
That's growth, baby.
Exactly.
The other thing I'm excited about in War Within is the dynamic flying for like all flying mounts.
Yeah.
Because now I finally have a reason to ride my invincible around.
It wouldn't be as bad if you didn't have to go to an inn. That is true. The point that I think makes it annoying is that you have to, every time you want to put a new thing to be able to be transmogged, you have to go to the inn and then put it in the box and then put it on your set. And the sets aren't a bad thing. It's just that you have to go to a city that has an inn. Ugh, it's just a whole thing. Yeah, you got invincible from a time walking box.
Yeah, I got invincible after doing the time walking raid. And like it dropped and I was like, huh?
It
This can
dropped from
happen?
Ulduar.
It was like, I remember that was not a great day. So like I didn't really celebrate like getting invincible. Like I was not feeling amazing. It just kind of dropped and I was like, okay.
That was, so, the one mount I always wanted since I started playing WoW again was the Mythic Nighthold mount. Like the red
Gul'dan
Infernal.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted that from when I started playing again in Shadowlands, and I would farm every week on my rogue to get that mount. I went in there like week 2 of Dragonflight after freshly capping my Warlock, because I was like, there's some good transmog items here, right? May as well just run it. I'll get some good items. The mount dropped.
Yay!
Like, just randomly, I'm like, yeah, I'll just go in there and do it on my Warlock to get some items.
We were doing the new Noble Garden event in WoW, me and Kath and Runa. And the new Noble Garden event has a new mount that drops, and you can only get it once every 7 days the event's up, and it's a 1% drop each time.
Oh,
So
no,
you're meant
that's
to do it
terrible.
years and years and years to get it. Runa got it first try, Like
Oh,
literally
hell
the
yeah.
first box she opened, she was like, what even is this? We were like, that's the new rare mount. She was like, okay.
Oh. There's a
And
grind in
Cat was
Final Fantasy
shaking.
right now for a flying squirrel mount. But it's gonna
That
take
sounds
like
so
it's
good.
like a big grind. So there's these like world quests called fates, which basically
Mhm.
like world quests. You go to a place when it's up, you kill stuff, or whatever the objective is, kill a boss, do whatever.
Yeah.
And for doing fates, you get this thing called bicolor gemstones, and
Hey, happy Pride.
happy pride. And yeah, ironically, people call them bisexual gemstones because they're
Let's
the colors
go.
of the flag. And after you max out every single because there's like you have to do like a certain amount of fates in a zone to like max out your reputation there. And after you do all that, in one of the cities, you can trade in 100 bicolor gemstones for one bicolor gemstone voucher. You need
Wow.
500 vouchers for this mount.
Oh my god. Holy
Someone's
shit.
already done it
Wow.
and put it on the market
Okay.
board for 50 mil.
Yeah, that makes sense. I saw that there's a capybara mount in
Yeah,
Final Fantasy now.
that's
That
from
looks super
doing
cute.
the hunt mobs. The way hunts work is that they'll just be like big monsters that spawn out in the world that are like level whatever the max level of the expansion is, and you just you can just go kill them. For the big ones, people will put together like raid groups that'll go together and
Yeah.
just fly around all the zones
Makes
and just
sense.
kill them. But for like the little ones, you can just solo them.
I remember playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
That's a name I have not heard in a long time.
I apologize to anybody here who doesn't care about MMOs because you've got the wrong 3 people on stream for that. I was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and in that they have loot boxes for mounts that you can buy with the currency you get for being subscribed. And I remember getting the Mandalorian Basilisk droid from one of those loot boxes. And hey, look, people who like Star Wars Legends really love the Mandalorians and really love Old Republic Mandalorians and really love this mount. And I did not care about it. So I put it on the auction house and I immediately got like 900 million credits, and I've never had to earn money again. Like my house in WoW in SWTOR has every item in it. Like
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah, I used my Pineapple Trust Fund to buy a 7.5 million gil motorbike mount.
Ah, nice.
And
Do you have a house in Final Fantasy? Did
I
you win the
don't.
lottery?
I did not win the lottery. I
Damn.
also don't care to try and win the lottery because that seems like a lot of work.
Seems like an entry-level gambling addiction.
Yeah, I'd rather just log in and go raid. Do some dungeons. Farm some mounts. Basically what I do in WoW.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry for everyone in chat who's like, I don't actually like MMOs. And you've got three people who just yap about MMOs.
It's
a
Kent's
problem.
favorite game, right? Huh? WoW is like the game you've just been with like all the time. You could play all the time.
That's not my favorite game.
Okay, no, I think I misspoke, but like, it's a game you could just play forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, same. If I could pick one game to play forever, it's gonna be WoW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, it'd be tough to pick another one for the compares to like the breadth of content.
Pyro post curry. And also, I need to watch Dungeon Meshi. I need to watch it.
It's very good. Don't make any more controversial tweets, Pyro.
I might watch it on
Dungeon
Sunday.
Meshi.
I might watch it on Sunday. Is it all out?
Yeah, it's all out.
I was waiting for it to be all out before I watched it, to be fair.
It's all out, all 24 episodes. We were watching it weekly. It's really good.
That's my Sunday sorted. Yippee!
It's very weird seeing, like, being friends with Pyronoid and, like, seeing his tweets pop off, like, semi-regularly, you know? Like, it's weird because I saw that the Dungeon Meshi one he posted got, like, 33,000 likes because a private account I am mutuals with like was quote tweeting it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting the other side of this stuff.
The only time I've ever had a tweet blow up is in 2020 on my old Twitter account.
Mhm.
And it being 2020, there was not much going on, and me and my mum decided, hey, let's go to Big Tesco. Surely that won't be bad. And in the queue outside Big Tesco, there was a guy wearing a hentai hazmat suit. You know, like the Ahegao hoodies and stuff?
But like a hazmat suit?
But like full body with a hazmat mask and gloves.
There's a level of brash confidence to that you can start respecting until you remember it's an Ahegao.
Like, I'm pretty
suit.
sure if you Google hentai hazmat, a Reddit thread about my tweet will come up.
I don't know if I want this in my search history.
Yep, nope, there it is. There's my old tweet from when I was reading My Hero Academia manga.
Love your P-Crew profile picture.
From 4 years ago. That's the only time a tweet I've had blow up.
Yeah, that's huge. Just
to the point
fucking
I had friends IRL who I wasn't out to in college who would show me the picture of it and be like, hey, look at this. And I was like,
my
oh,
god.
No. that's my tweet.
That's your tweet. Oh wow, you should have been like, wow, this girl's so sexy, so cool.
That's a good tweet. Wow.
I'd go crazy if I was friends with her.
But yeah, that's my one viral tweet. I had people comment on it like, didn't you know it's illegal to take pictures of people without their knowledge? I'm at Tesco! Yeah. It's a public place!
You think like, yeah, like, you're always gonna get those people under your tweets. I say, never having, like, blown up at all. Like, I don't know, I just don't post. I'm just not a poster. Maybe I'm
post
co-host.
Random stuff.
I'm a choster.
I'll have a random thought at like 1 in the morning. I'll be like, yeah, I should tweet that.
Yeah.
And it'll get like 2 likes, and I'll be like, yeah, this is popping off.
This one's doing numbers.
This one's doing numbers.
So what's the next question on your list?
What's your favorite boss fight in a game? You have posted curry, I shall look.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a good ass curry.
You want me to pull up a list of WoW bosses?
No, it's not gonna be WoW for me.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I have the answer already.
You go first then, because I don't have mine yet.
Okay. Easy. Dogma from The Binding of Isaac.
Hello, Just
It's
Apples.
the best thing I've ever seen. Good music, great boss fight.
I remember you showing me that and showing me the fight, and it was supremely cool. Like the way they come out of the TV. I'm not a big Isaac person.
I have never played Isaac.
It's also my favorite game.
There you go.
Awesome. I was gonna say mine is definitely gonna be like, I know what mine is, and it's from Bloodborne.
I was gonna say Argus for a while.
Argus
is
fight.
Really good.
Can we talk about how good the raids in Legion were?
Yeah.
Like, Emerald
Nighthold.
Nightmare, really fun. Nighthold, supreme.
Nighthold is still like
beautiful,
the best raid ever, in my opinion.
Like beautiful,
it's so good.
So many bosses, so much variety. And still like lore relevant to this
just like
day.
The way the Star Augur fight works, and you get in there and you're just like, oh, it's just a guy in a room, and then the room opens up and it's like in space and stuff. It's so good.
Star Augur is incredible. Like Nighthold is probably where I fell in love with raiding.
Yeah.
And then Battle for Dazar'alor is when it broke my heart. Like Nighthold, Tomb of Sargeras was good. Like still better than a lot of other raids, but isn't quite the same level as the other Legion raids, I'd say. And what's its name?
And
Like
Taurus.
Valor.
Oh, I totally forgot about Trial of Valor. Yeah, I'll go
Oh.
kill Helya.
Yeah, Trial of Valor just kind of
yeah.
happens, huh?
Trial of Valor is the awkward middle child in
I-
confronting Odin.
Like small raids, they should make.
They should definitely bring back like the 2-3 boss raids back as like a
Yeah.
like for patches like the current patch where there's not much going
Mhm.
on. I think it
Yeah.
could be neat.
It's
It was
Like
nice.
Ruby Sanctum.
Yeah,
It
it was
doesn't
nice
always
doing
have
them.
to be like a huge big lore deal.
Mhm. It was nice doing them again in Remix, this Pandaria Remix, doing the
Yeah, like
three
Veil of
boss
Eternal
raids.
Blossoms or whatever it was.
The
Terrace,
yeah,
The-
Terrace of the Endless
Terrace
Spring, I
of
think it
Endless
is.
Spring. Yeah, exactly. And then and what's its Antonidas? Burning Throne? What'd you say?
And Taurus.
Antorus, that's it. My bad.
That raid is so good.
It's
I
so
still
good.
go in
And
there
like,
every week to try and get the red scythe from the final boss.
I remember that dropped for me, and I gave it to the mage, or it was something else, something that warlocks and mages can have, because I was good friends with the mage, and they were like the best player in our guild, and I was like, hey, look, you deserve this thing. But I was also very much like that when I was 19 and hanging out in the guild. I'd always give away all the cool stuff I got because I wanted people to like me.
everything.
Not K, JK, probably before your time, Runa. This was a guy who played loads of WoW, tons of WoW, way too much,
Oh,
really
man,
good
poor
at it.
Jin.
but played-
They did him dirty, huh?
Mhm.
And Varian
Yeah,
got exploded.
disenchanted.
Yeah, but like
nice
Vol'jin was
dog.
cooler.
This is the problem. I think we're Hordes, Mia, and
Yeah,
Cat's always
I've
been
always played
Alliance.
Horde doesn't have much to give.
Wow. Okay. Well, before we get into a big Horde versus Alliance talk, another bit of guild drama from my old guild is this guy JK, the mage, who was like easily the best player in our guild, played way too much WoW, but was in a committed long-term relationship with his girlfriend of 6 years
Oh wow.
while he was playing. And then this druid joined the guild, Sophie, and she was also pretty good, and they ended up spending a lot of time together. And he left his girlfriend to be with Sophie.
No.
And Sophie was a fucking bully. I hate her. And this was probably also part of why my guild leader thought there was drama, because Sophie would often bully people, but she was good in raids, so she got to hang around. And I would tell her, like, hey, you gotta fucking stop that. And the guild leader would come in and be like, hey, no need to be rude, Cass. Like, they were bullies in that way that they're like, oh, I'm just asking questions. I'm just checking things. They didn't use any sort of offensive language. They talked like a fucking lawyer. So like,
So
on
like
the
most
surface, it
transphobes
doesn't
on
look
Twitter.
like they're being. No. I'd say a little smarter than that.
Like Kemi Badendock.
No, it was like an insidious sort of bullying where it's just like, you're not like doing good enough, but here, have you tried looking at icy veins? Like, of course, yeah. Like, it was bad, and I didn't like her, and the guild leader did like her, and so I was apparently causing drama when the guild leader was like, I think we should promote Sophie to officer because she's pretty good in our raids and she's a good healer and we want her to stick around. And I'm like, so officer is just like a reward for being good in raids? We don't need any more officers. Guess who the other officer was at the time?
Was it the guy who broke up with his
It
girlfriend?
was the guy. It was JK.
Oh!
So I got outvoted. Yeah.
Yeah, the only time WoW guilds get talked about is when there's drama. Walter White
Exactly.
in Fortnite, hello.
Let's go!
Who owns this account?
I wish Walter White was in Fortnite. I'd buy that skin.
Aw.
I'd get some victory royales with him.
Juliet's right, boo. Like, WoW guilds are obviously like a place where a lot of people can come together over one thing, and it's World of Warcraft. And that means they can come from lots of different walks of life and they can clash. But when a WoW guild is good, it's pretty good. Me and Katha set up a guild for War Within that we're going to be running in her little server. So if anybody does feel like playing
If
the
you're
War
on
Within
EU,
come August, and you're
Yes.
on EU, give me a message.
Argent Dawn RP
Yeah,
specifically.
but it's cross-realm in War Within.
Yeah, but you know.
Come roleplay with us.
Yeah. I've always played RP. That's probably why my experience is so much different than
I decided to
the
play
usual player.
an RP guild, like an RP realm in Classic. I played on Globulus NA, which I feel like everyone knows about now because of the funny Barney Bee videos. But that server in Classic and like Burning Crusade was so good. I know they kind of died in Wrath, but I feel like Classic as a whole died in Wrath.
Yeah.
I feel
Weird.
like GDKP hit critical mass.
And I think they just released it too early. Like,
Yeah.
they just burned through all the Burning Crusade stuff they had, and they were like, well, let's release this. If they kept doing 1 year you get a retail expansion and 1 year you get a classic expansion, like that would have been good. Especially
like
with
a
Season of
Classic
Discovery
expansion every year.
And we'll be caught up and we'll be playing classic Dragonflight
Can't
in
wait to
10
play
years.
Classic Legion in a couple years, guys. Woo!
Okay.
At some point, Classic will have the expansions before retail.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Wait.
Honestly, I hope there is either A, Classic Legion, or B, Remix Legion. Because I'm so there. I'm so ready
Remix
to get my
Legion would be cool.
artifact weapon.
And instead
I'm
of doing
so
like the
ready to
artifact
get-
cloak, it's the weapon. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm so ready to run Nighthold every day. Every day. Yeah, that's the dream. I enjoyed playing Mists Remix because I never really played it when it was
Mob
live.
Remix is really, really fun. I need to go back into it, but I'm so busy with this Final Fantasy expansion.
It's really fun until you get to the end of it, where the only way you can upgrade your gear is by spending bronze, which is also what you use to buy the mounts.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna upgrade my gear.
I want the mount.
So I always feel a
care
little
about that.
underpowered.
I don't want to have big gear and billion DPS.
And
I think
I want funny mount.
I don't know. I think they're handling it wrong. I think the remix thing should be about showing off previous expansions. Like, yeah, put in the currency where people can just like buy shit for like so little. So it's like, yeah, cool rewards, but like,
I think they made it a little bit better by giving you like the big chunks for getting 70 on a character.
what I'm saying, it's not like it doesn't feel like experiencing the expansion again. It's just like a mess of how it is currently.
I still
Like,
prefer
we
it
had
over
to
Chromie time though.
I mean, it's the same though.
Yeah, but you can do it to 70.
yeah,
Chromie time, you hit 60 and it's like, okay, go do Dragonflight now. Get out of here.
and there's no one around to do like any of the dungeons.
Yeah.
And you can't do the raids as you're leveling. Like, it'd just be nice, I think, like if it was geared towards here is what it was like playing Mists of Pandaria, and here you can go through the story easily. And like when you want to go do raids and dungeons and just grind out bronze to level yourself up, there is a way to do that. But the main focus is on, we did a really good job making a game in Mists of Pandaria. Here, experience it again from start to end.
And through the patches.
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah,
get
I kind of
to
wish we
the
had
max
the old,
level,
like city zone.
it just, I mean, not even max level. At some point, it just like shoves all the patches and main level stuff onto you. And it's like, well, which came first? You need to go figure it out yourself.
Kath had a spreadsheet she made to make sure she knew we were doing things in the right order.
Oh god. I do agree as well. The people who are min-maxing like bronze farming, like going and doing all the Timeless Isle frogs and everything, and to like get the most gear possible, did kind of fuck it up for everyone else.
It's a bell curve, right?
But
and you're
also-
just riding that wave.
I have to kind of blame Blizzard because they were like, oh yeah, there's Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar, and we're making it really hard, so you kind of gotta go farm all this bronze to level your gear up, or you're not gonna be able to kill
That
Garrosh.
shouldn't even be a thing.
It should have been a separate currency for gear upgrades
Yeah.
and mounts.
Like it is in retail!
Bronze and silver. Yeah, exactly.
You know, make it not matter because who gives a it's old content.
Like,
So.
Yeah, you're advertising this experience as be overpowered in Mist's remix, and then you're gonna nerf all the good abilities.
Like, that's another World of Warcraft tangent we've just had.
I don't like this is just we didn't
just from
even
me asking you what your
mention a,
favorite boss was in a game.
and none of us have picked a WoW boss so far.
I
Yeah.
did with Argus.
You said Argus, but Dogma
Oh
above
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah, after, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite boss, the one that comes to my mind immediately, is Slave Knight Gale from Dark Souls 3
Yeah.
DLC. That is a fight that is maybe the only fight in the Souls series that took me multiple days, and I felt like I was getting better at it every day.
It's
I
such a
played it.
good
It took me like
fight.
3 days. So good, so good.
I don't know if we knew each other then, but at the start of this year, I did a soul level 1 of Dark Souls 3 and its DLC.
Oh,
And
nice.
Slave Knight Gale, I spent like 4 to 5 hours on him the day that I got to him.
Mhm,
And I was just like, no, I'm going to bed. It's not happening
mhm.
today. I'm going to bed. And I woke
And
up
then
the
you
next day.
absorbed all
I
the
woke
power.
up the next day ready to like go in and just grind this boss for another 4 hours. He died in 20 minutes.
Yep, that's how it goes. You have absorbed that power throughout the night. You have taken in everything.
Like
The
20
coach in your
minutes from
brain.
starting stream, he was dead.
The coach in your brain has shown you the tapes, and you just know what to do.
Yeah, it was
That's
just,
pretty cool.
It was that shrimple. It
I did
wasn't
a soul
complicated.
level. I did a soul level 1 of Dark Souls 1 on stream, or
That
at least
sounds like
the
a fun
last
one
bit
to
of
do.
it. That was really fun because it's all about pyromancy.
Yeah.
Because pyromancy doesn't scale with any of your stats.
Dark
It's just
Souls
about
3
the
at level
strength
1
of
is
your.
fucking miserable. I'm never doing it again. I understand that people are like, oh, but Elden Ring, you've got to play it this way so it's actually a challenge. No. I've done my time.
No.
I've done my
Yeah.
time of challenge runs. I don't care anymore.
Absolutely. You were gonna say a Bloodborne boss is your favorite boss
Lady
ever?
Maria.
Lady Maria is so good.
3 phases, and it's just, ugh, so good.
I really like the Lady Maria fight. I really liked doing it again on stream and trying to bait out the kiss animation.
Yeah.
And I really like Lady Maria, and I don't want to say this just because I'm like bragging, but I didn't get the hype around it the first time because I went in and I beat her first try.
That was
and I was
me
like,
for
yeah,
a
that was
long
pretty good.
time. Like, the first time I did it, I was like, yeah, I beat it within like an hour. And I was like, it was a pretty good fight. Pretty easy, though.
Mhm.
And then I went back into it years
Yeah.
later, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I just got
Yeah.
really lucky that first time. Playing Elden Ring level 1, and it's miserable. Oh, I kind of want to do that, though, just to say that I've done it. Like, I've done Dark Souls 3. How much worse could Elden Ring be?
I have a very soft spot for the living failures fight in Dark Souls in Bloodborne because
Yeah.
when I did it last year for my stream anniversary, Kath was with me and she was like, oh, I need you to put something on screen, like right as I started the fight. And she was like, these guys are aliens, put Mulder and Scully on the stream. And so I was running around and also working OBS and trying to avoid these guys in the fight. And then I have a clip of it. I can't post clip. Can't post links.
I'm so
gonna send it to
sorry.
you.
You just got
That's fine,
shot.
I'm gonna send it to you via Discord. There you go.
I was, for the longest time, I was debating getting rid of that, like, deleting clip, like, links thing. But then recently, within, like, the last couple months, especially when I was playing the Elden Ring DLC, I was getting a lot of, hey, buy followers at this link! And it's like, they'd instantly get shot. It was great.
I get you, but I like seeing those buy followers here, so I can, like, hold up a hand, and then, like, a mod shoots them as I, like, pull it down.
Oh my god.
It's good. I miss the days of big follows, which was like early, I want to say early 2021. Big follows was like the follow bot. on Twitch. Like it was like the buy big follows at bigfollows.com.
I don't know what the
And
current one
none
is. It's just by followers.
Well, there's all sorts. There's tons. Like
Best follower.
yeah, it's from a ton of different links, and none of them have the same juice as bigfollows.com.
Big follows.
So I sent you that link to that clip because towards the end of the fight, Kian got out the stylophone and starts playing the X-Files theme.
Oh my, wait, hold on, I gotta pull this up.
Yeah, you gotta pull this up. It's so good. Thank you, Runa, for clipping this, by the way.
Wait, hold on. How do I OBS?
I guess pull up a display capture of your or a window capture of your thing, your browser.
I've got it.
Here we
I've
go.
got it. I don't know if I've done the audio correctly though. I mute that one. I have.
Please. Yes.
First try.
First try.
Thank you, Bloodborne. Very cool.
Thank you, Bloodborne. God, so many good fights in that
Yo,
game.
what up, Nick?
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Remember when you go through a big forest and then you have to fight 3 ghosts and the ghosts
fight
actually
3
turn out to be
dudes?
snakes?
Yeah. Remember walking through a forest and then 3 hooded dudes turn up?
Yeah. Good times.
Good times.
Good
What is
times.
it?
What is this?
Mod for Elden Ring mod. For
Oh, you're putting the trick weapons in Elden Ring. That's cute.
That's so cool.
Yeah, this is like the skeleton wheel.
Wait, that's sick.
One step closer to getting Bloodborne on
Sony!
PC.
Drop a Bloodborne 2! And my life
is yours.
is yours!
Oh yeah, good boss fights in the Souls series. I mean, like
Honestly,
not a hot take at all.
That's not a hot
but...
take, but it's true. It's a true take.
Yeah,
FromSoft make very good bosses. Even in Armored Core, the bosses are great.
yeah. Even in Dark Souls 2, where it's bosses like skeleton lords,
I need to play Dark Souls 2.
I will never stop laughing at skeleton lords because it's like, we need a boss for this area, but we don't know what to put here. Let's just have a room where you fight.
Skeletons.
You got to fight 30 skeletons in this room. Have fun.
Pyro last night. I don't know if it was last night or a couple of days ago. In my Discord, posted the most perfect Bloodborne map I have ever seen in my life.
Is it the snakes one?
It's just snakes.
Everyone loves snakes.
Yeah, Bloodborne is very hard to get access to if you don't have like a PS5 or something.
Yeah.
And even then, on PS5, it runs at 30 FPS! Yippee!
Yeah. Cass, did you play Nightmare Cart? Not yet. I keep meaning to.
It's very fun. It's very cute.
It's on my Steam. Yeah. I played PSX Bloodborne like the day
I need to play PSX Bloodborne. But Nightmare Cart was fun. I had a good time with that.
Yeah.
I can't drive, so I was terrible at it.
No, me neither.
I don't even know how to drive to begin with, but, you know, we figure it out.
I think in the school, Kath is the only one who can drive.
Yeah.
Gay people can't drive. Don't be silly.
I have a license.
You have a license.
No way.
Then there's just the anxiety.
Yeah, I got the license and I never drove again.
Honestly, if I got a driver's license, I would never drive because cars are expensive.
And scary. You're just in a
Exactly.
big metal box with going at high speeds.
You're
with other
locked
big
in a metal box.
Yeah. Runa does not have these fears. She's just like going.
It's a big metal box that you're locked in with another metal box at the front that's exploding.
Oh, Willow's laid down in front of the monitor. So if I suddenly start like freaking out because she's touching the keyboard and hitting my hotkeys, that's why.
Cat
If I suddenly
moment.
go like dog mode, that's why.
Cat moment. It's a good one. What's your least favorite game? Because everyone's always like, "Oh, what's your favorite game?" No, what's your least
Mhm.
favorite game? What do you hate?
The one I have the most vitriol for.
Yeah.
It's,
Fortnite
that's a good pick.
No way.
Uh-huh.
sucks.
Well, it killed Unreal Tournament,
Yeah.
which is one of Kent's favorite games. So
But it brought back
Game I
Guitar Hero, which is one of
Did it?
my favorite games.
Where does Guitar Hero then?
Fortnite Festival is
Yeah,
the like
Fortnite
music.
I
Guitar
don't want to
Hero.
play Fortnite.
Yeah, but Fortnite is now a platform for other games like Roblox.
It's I don't know. It's just a despicable game. It only exists because of capitalism.
It is like capitalism, the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good for anything.
I'm trying to think of a game I hate. A game I know is good, but I just can't play is Binding of Isaac. Like, grosses me out too much. I don't think I hate it though.
Peter Griffin
Um,
shredding Freebird. Exactly, it's awesome!
No, that's like fucking 2007 random meme.
Peter
Begin.
Griffin and Darth Maul singing Lady Gaga together. It's peak!
I don't like Lady Gaga.
um, yeah, I don't know. A game I hate. A game. Okay, there we go, Ashley. I don't love
I think that's why
Binding of
I've
Isaac.
never played it. It just looks kinda... I
Mhm,
don't know. There's something about it, it's very off-putting. But then Bloodborne's
mhm.
my favorite game, and half that game is just being gross.
Yeah, I think it's different. I think I'm also just like not into the whole religious trauma subplot of Binding of Isaac. I think that gets to me
It's
too
not a
much.
subplot. It's
Well,
the
It's
whole
the main
you know,
plot.
but yeah, I suppose so. Um,
the poop is nuts.
The poop is necessary to the plot, I see.
I'm trying to think of a lot of games I hate. Like, I don't
Armor
know, like.
free, just ignore the 2,000 hours. Jesus.
Um, there's a lot of stuff I could say, like Roblox, obviously taking advantage of people, like and being another like capitalism platform, like is bad. Um, like Fortnite being this thing that is just driven by FOMO and like the idea that you need to play this season because it has your like specific scrunkly. Um, like that's this is the only time you can get that character. It'll be vaulted otherwise. Like any game with any sort of FOMO, any sort of battle pass. It's why I fell off playing Apex Legends, even though I love that game and I love the characters.
I could
Um,
never get into Apex. The shooting just didn't feel right for me.
Shooting's beautiful. That game's incredible. I mean, it's built off Titanfall 2, so it's gonna be good.
I love
Um,
Titanfall 2. I just don't know why I never got into Apex. It's because it's had no double jump or big
yeah,
fuck off robots.
that's exactly it.
It was the big
Um,
robots for me. That's what made Titanfall.
It's
and
Overwatch too.
it's Overwatch 2 is such a sad thing.
Terrible game.
Like
Terrible,
it's
terrible game.
it's so sad that it evolved from a game that was like innovative and interesting and like then just kind of stagnated. And whenever they were like, we're going to add new things, they eventually got cut because the thing that made the most money was a FOMO battle pass. Like it's it's a shame. It's like I loved Overwatch 1.
Overwatch 1
I
was
loved
fun,
it.
and it was such, like, it was a game changer for, like, online shooters. Like, I
It
can't
was such
deny
a breath
that.
of fresh air. Like it was so
Like, there's a
good
reason
and
everyone copied that, like,
Mhm.
5v5 hero shooter in the late 2010s.
Exactly. It should have been good actually. You're right, and it's just a shame where it is now. And it's really sad, and I'm never gonna play it again.
I feel like Overwatch launch in, like, 2015, 16 was good, though.
I played like hundreds and hundreds of hours of Overwatch 1. It's just but the thing that I do hate about it is that that game is gone. That game
Yeah,
that won Game of the Year, but from a ton of publications is gone.
2016 won Game of the
Like
Year over Doom.
It was not better than Doom.
it's
I feel like it was more
it's like
innovative than Doom 2016, though.
No.
2016 was solid. I think it just depends on who you are. Like, it's just like it's so sad that that game is gone, and
Yeah.
there's no way of going back to play it. And like, you know what? In 2 years, they're probably going to release Overwatch Classic.
Overwatch free. Oh,
Overwatch. Oh yeah, yeah, maybe. Game I hate. Jesus. I like. I don't know if I have
because a
a
lot
lot
of
of
this is
room in
just
my
like
heart.
hating the side effects of a game or hating what a game's become, right?
Yeah, like Halo Infinite is a game I love the core systems of, and then everything around it is the most frustrating thing in the world. Like the monetization, the menu system, the matchmaking, the networking,
It
everything of
wasn't
like
more innovative than Doom 2016. I don't know. I haven't played Doom 2016 yet. Which is
that's pretty good.
funny considering that game's soundtrack is like metal music and I make metal music, so you would think I would have played it. But no, I just listened to the soundtrack.
That's a really good soundtrack.
Mhm. It's yeah, it's like and the thing about that esports actually is that Blizzard was like, we are going to be the sole purveyor of Overwatch esports. There is no room for
Like
a
Face It or
community.
ESEA or whatever.
It's like there's no room for grassroots Overwatch esports. They were like, we are going to be the MLB or the NBA of video
They were trying
games.
to
Like,
basically be what Valve is with Counter-Strike, right? But with
no,
Counter-Strike, you also have ESEA and Face It and the smaller like local tournaments as well that Valve
they
kind of
they
built off of.
yeah, they were trying to be like they wanted to own the game, it and the league and the teams and everything around it. It's like if the NBA said no one else can play basketball. Like it's only going to be played at this
It's like if you
professional
woke up
level.
tomorrow with an email from American Baseball Company saying, "Hey, stop that."
It's yeah,
And there was
it's
no broadcast baseball too.
and you know where that got them? With them canceling Overwatch League and like
Yeah,
selling teams and like just all of it collapsing and there being no follow through really. Like it's maybe Overwatch 2 is a game I hate, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of time in my life where I sit around hating something, I think. People, sure.
this is
Ideologies,
this is where I'm
absolutely.
at with like games now. If I play a game
Mhm.
and I don't like it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go play something else. And
It's
if I
yeah.
decide I don't like it in 2 hours, guess what? It's on Steam. I get my money back.
Yeah. And it's like and the thing is, I am a much more aware individual now. I'm now seeing these strings being pulled by shareholders and by companies, and like when you open Pandora's box like that, you can't put it away. So yeah, it's difficult to think of a game I hate without thinking of the meta text around it. It's
It's
like,
for me like for thinking of like a game that I hate like the overall like executives and stuff for, but I actually really
mhm,
like the game is Destiny 2.
uh-huh.
I have played Destiny since I was like what, 13, 14? Like when the first game came out. That game's
Mhm,
so good. But then the executives are like, hey, what if we put a battle pass in? And like, what if we put a cash shop in? And what if
mhm,
the seasonal events now also had their own mini battle pass that was another $10?
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and what if we forced you guys to rush out an expansion even though you needed another year to work on it? So we basically
Mhm.
made you make a new expansion in 3 months to have that year still make us $100.
And then fired you 3 months
And it
later.
fired you 6 months into that 1 year.
Yeah.
But then the
Like
latest expansion was really good because that's like what they wanted to make.
yeah.
But it's the
And
seasonal stuff that just bogs it down and just makes it feel dog shit to log in and get like 17 pop-ups saying, "Hey, the season's here. Give us
mhm,
money."
yeah, it's like it's especially with the last year and a half, 2 years we've had in the gamers industry where everybody has been firing people and laying off people and cutting things, and it's supremely sad to see. And I and like it's so mask off for a lot of companies that all they care about is their bottom line. It's so difficult for me to think of a game I disliked the direction of so much that I hated it. Like maybe maybe the closest thing I have to that is Halo 5, where I'm like, Halo 5 is a misstep in so many ways in the gameplay,
I heard that
in
one
the
was pretty
story.
bad.
It's very like the campaign of it follows like I'm not somebody who is like Halo is sacred, like 343 have done a bad job with it. Like I have a lot of opinions about it, but
I
like
played
Halo 5,
Infinite's multiplayer when that came out, and that was pretty. Like the multiplayer when it first came out was pretty good.
yeah, like I said, the Infinite's gameplay is really good, but it's the stuff around it that's like sucks. Halo 5 is a strange thing where it is clear it's trying to be a lot of things that aren't Halo. Like, they're like, every gun, you can now look down sights on it. In the campaign, you're gonna be playing four-player co-op, and you gotta go pick your friends up like it's Borderlands. Um,
I don't know about
it's
that
the
one.
it's the direction of the story where they felt that the story in 4 was poorly received, so they pivoted and basically wrote something for that felt like a prequel to anything good. And it introduced you to new characters, which I like. I'm not trying to say like a Halo game has to be about Master Chief because it doesn't, because ODST and Reach are really good.
Reach is
But
like
there is
the only
something
campaign I've played, and it's like really good.
there is something like strange about the way they structured Halo 5 to be about this other squad doing something that everybody knows is incorrect, and it's built on poor communication, strange power scaling, and it is a ton of wrong decisions in my mind. And like, this is obviously a subjective thing. I know there are people out there who like Halo 5, especially for its multiplayer, but all of it, the story, the gameplay, the art direction, all of it felt wrong to me, and I don't think I hate it. There are parts of it I respect, and parts of it that I'm like, this is pretty good. I like the music in it, but it's a game that I never want to go back and experience, like, unless I'm playing with somebody who hasn't played it before, because I want to show them it, and I want to show them my feelings.
Would
Like
be like,
taking
hey, this
somebody
is why
to a
this one sucks.
it's like taking somebody to a museum, showing them an artist's exhibit and being like, yeah, they really betrayed a lot of their other work with this particular run of things. Um, yeah. So I don't know if there's a game I hate. Like, there are companies I hate. There
I've
are
had an entire
individuals I hate.
chart needed to understand its plot. Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's three
Doesn't
four
most of
three
Halo's story take place in books now?
343 like to, yeah, supplement a lot of their story with books.
Oh
Um,
no.
and during Bungie's time making Halo, there were a ton of great books, and it's cool. And like, all of them felt supplemental. And with the 343 stuff, it's like, here's a lot of books that are important, and without them, the game feels kind of unfinished.
Yeah, because I,
And
from what I understand, you can play like the first, like Halo 1, 2, and 3, right?
mhm,
You can play them back to back and have a good idea on what's going on in the plot.
mhm,
Like, but Halo 4 and 5 is kind of like, I don't know what is going on anymore. But that's just what
yeah,
I hear from people from being on the internet for like
half of
ever.
Halo 4's plot is in the secondary mode, like Spartan Ops, where you go into an area from the campaign and you fight waves of
They
enemies,
added
and then
like
it's
the
over.
worst part of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
No
it's
one
just
remembers Spec Ops from like Modern Warfare 2 because it sucks.
that's a bold claim. That's a really fucking
I
bold
played a
claim.
lot of it.
Yeah, I played a lot of Spec Ops. I
Yeah, but
think you're
it's
a little
like it's
outnumbered
not
here,
as good
Mia.
as the campaign, right?
It's not meant to be the
It's different. Yeah, it's yeah. I like a repetitive challenge mode where you try and get better at something, and it's lots of like little bite-sized parts of like gameplay that's
That's the
given
one
to you
you
in the
play with a
campaign.
friend, right?
Yeah, it's the one you can
Yeah,
co-op
I
all the way
remember
through.
staying up at like New Year's Eve with a friend, and we played like
Yeah.
from like I
I
don't
never
know
did I
8
never
to like
like got
3 a.m.
into Spec Ops, like the mission Spec Ops, but I did really enjoy like the Horde mode Spec Ops in Modern Warfare 3. That
Yeah,
one
that
was
one
good.
wasn't as good. That one wasn't as good.
No,
I
I
think we
like the
have an
Horde
opinion.
mode.
I think we have an opinion clash here. I
Yeah.
think we're very much on different sides.
I stopped playing after Modern Warfare 2.
You saw Cliffhanger and you're like, yeah, it's not getting better than this.
I think the peak was Call of Duty 5.
That one's World at War.
World at
Yeah,
War.
it's great.
You being a World at War head does not surprise me
World
one
at
bit.
War is so
Oh.
good though. That game is awesome.
Great maps, great guns.
My favorite is Black
What
Ops
else can
1,
you
but
have?
Yeah.
Black Ops 1 has the
I
best zombies, I feel.
I really liked Black Ops 1 because playing it multiplayer, split screen, it had all the guns unlocked for you.
Yeah, that too.
That was
Movement
important to me.
shooters? I don't know if I'm huge on movement
Ooh.
shooters. Would you class
I
Black Ops 3 as a movement shooter?
it was gesturing at movement shooters. I
Because you
think
had the
Advanced
wall
Warfare
running,
is
you had like the jetpack stuff.
I think Advanced Warfare is closer to one, but I wouldn't call either of them movement shooters, more just following the trends at the time. I played a ton of Apex Legends, like over 1,000 hours of that game, so that's probably my favorite, especially because it's got gay people, like and made by gay
True!
people who feel like. Here's another thing about Overwatch: every time they made a character gay in that, it felt like a band-aid to some other problem Blizzard had. Like it never it always felt tacked
That's
on,
something I
and
love
then
about D2, is there's just gay people in there.
mm-hmm,
Like, Destiny just has
and
gay
like
people.
And like with Apex, like when they revealed the character Catalyst, and in her story trailer, the very first thing that they put out for her, she's like, "Wow, hey, you know how to do difficult things," her friend says, because you went through your transition. And she was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And like having a character be textually trans and talk about their transition is still such a rare thing in video games. And the fact that we get it in one of the most popular shooters of the time is so good. And Catalyst is such a cool character. And Apex is full of great characters. And the main story for a while in it was a gay love triangle
Oh,
between three
hell
women.
yeah.
It's so good. Like, yeah. Nick has a question for Cass and Kath. Any fighting game y'all like? I'll let Kath go first.
No.
I love Super Smash Bros.
Ah!
I'm a Kirby main. I love uh becoming a brick and falling on people. I love Super Smash Bros. Haven't really ever gotten into any other sort of
I
fighting game.
love fighting games.
It's probably the genre of video game I have the least interest in and also skill in and experience in.
The only like fighting game that I don't enjoy is Smash, just because of the way it's structured compared to other fighting games. Also, yeah, you can ask questions. Like,
Yeah,
I don't mind.
open.
That's why I'm
goal.
doing it live.
What's a game you miss? Okay, well, we've
Destiny
already said
1.
Overwatch 1. Live service games are really sad because after a while they just become a graveyard to your memories of them.
Destiny 1 is still there. I could still go play it. It's just no one plays it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was at GDQ this year.
I miss Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, Heroes of the Storm was really good.
Exo Prime. I forgot that game came out. Forgot that game existed. I remember when it was in beta.
I remember installing it on the Xbox because it was on Game Pass, so Kath's other girlfriend Ellie could play it, and she played it for like 90 minutes and was like, "Okay, you can uninstall it." A game I miss.
What does
Like-
this mean?
Like,
Does it have
I guess
to not be accessible anymore?
I guess you interpret it in the way you want to interpret it. You know?
Yeah, like, I guess it could be a game that you've not played in a while, or
Mhm.
you used to play and you, like a game on a console you don't have anymore, something like that.
I miss the time. I guess it's more like missing a period in my life that was
Yeah, that's
characterized by
how
these
I was
games.
thinking about it, with like D1
I
especially.
I miss when I had all the time in the world to play big computer RPGs. Um, and to play stuff like Sacred and Dungeon Siege, and like the KOTOR and KOTOR 2. I I used to eat those up like they were just spaghetti, slurping them down like and I just don't have that patience anymore. I don't have the time either because I'm like I could be playing this long CRPG or I could sit with my girlfriend on the couch and watch The Expanse. Um, I just yeah, I guess that's what I miss. Um, because
Not
otherwise,
having a
like
girl.
I miss this, but it's much better having a girlfriend right now. I miss when okay, this isn't about video games, and this is again me talking big picture and being real pretentious. I miss when companies would take swings. I miss when games could release and be really interesting for a
You missed the
certain
7th gen.
classification. I, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm building up to the Xbox 360. I miss when companies would release a game and most people would be like, okay, that's all right, but nothing revolutionary. And there's like a certain sect of perverts who are like, yeah, this is my thing, yeah. I miss when double A video games were the norm. I miss when a company would be like, would say to one of the creatives on their team, start working on a project and let's see if we can run with it. Because it feels like every company now has to make the biggest game ever and it has to be received the best or else everyone's fired. And
But
it's
even if
such a
it is
dire
received the best, they'll still all get
yeah.
fired.
Yep.
Tango
Fucking
Softworks.
rip Tango. Yeah, exactly. Like it's I miss I guess there's a part of me a stupid evil, selfish part of me that misses being ignorant about the game industry and
Yeah.
like of the idea that it's just sort of how people still feel about Nintendo, where they're like, oh yeah, they just put a bunch of good ideas in a cauldron and out pops a game. Like I'm glad like, you know, I'm more educated and I'm thinking about these things and I care about like the plight of the worker. But like I miss when I didn't have to feel so bad about video games. Sorry to give a supremely
That
serious and
was
sad
like
answer to your question,
serious
Bruno.
and like pretentious and like
Just
yeah.
like me is sitting here like, why the fuck did I invite this person on the stream?
Like wow, that was
What's she doing here?
that was a lot.
Thanks for the thanks
Thanks
for
for
the
the
follow.
follow, blocked giant.
Real. Hey, if you like me being pretentious about video games, you followed at the right time.
Capitalist machine has completely muted the video game industry. I feel that, but I also feel that
Every
for
yeah.
so many other things. Um,
Exactly. Like
like
I hate
obviously,
living in late
I
stage capitalism.
I absolutely love like punk and metal music. But in the last 5 years, capitalism has discovered that hey, a lot of people like punk and metal music, and we can kind of get our foot in there and start like start putting industry plants in there.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that when there are industry plants in this scene, people absolutely notice it, and I'm very glad they do. There's a current guy who's gotten big through TikTok called TX2, who is just the biggest piece of shit, right? From ripping off other bands' songs from 20 years ago to basically just bullying people online, and yet still getting booked to play Download Festival.
hmm
Um, or a lot of people who went to Download Festival started throwing bottles of piss at him to tell him to fuck off. I love the
People
metal
really miss
scene.
TF2 and want to play TF2
Yeah, they
wherever
want to
they
just
are.
throw piss at people. Wait, can you do that in TF2?
Yeah.
I've played TF2, but I haven't played that much of it. I didn't know you could throw piss at people.
It's one of the weapons for
It
the
might be
sniper.
the best game ever made. Also, thank you, Just Apples.
Yay!
Yippee!
I got a stream with Just Apples tomorrow. We're playing Abiotic Factor.
Nice.
That's my plug. That's my plug. Go follow my Twitch
Go
channel.
follow Cass.
There we
Go
go. I'll
follow
sneak that
the
in before Mia
frog.
realizes. Ribbit.
Frog Gaming.
So yeah, that's video games I hate.
I should really ask some gay questions instead of gaming questions, because we're
Let's
just gonna like get
go.
like, I hate capitalism.
Hey, it might still happen.
And it's like, yeah, me too, but shit, what can I do about it?
Yeah, hit us with a gay question.
What was your, like, damn, I'm not straight moment? Like, what was the moment that you knew? Like, damn, I'm kind of fucking gay.
Huh. I don't know if I really had one of those. I just kind of there was something I always knew that was like uh queer about myself and not exactly the same as like other people. And so when I was 15, I was like, okay, clearly it's a sexuality thing. Clearly I'm a bisexual man. This is what I am. And despite like and you know, I took that identity and I went with it for years and years and years. And then I sort of, you know, as I met more trans women, as I met Runa and I met Kian and I met Abby, I was like, huh, no, these are the people I want to be like. I think I'm a transgender woman. So I didn't have a moment where I realized I was straight. I just kind of always knew there was something. And then when I met people who were like me, I was like, oh, I understand what's going on now.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm getting a
That's a
good
good
grade in
answer.
gamers.
The gamer's exam.
Mm-hmm.
Woman,
A star.
yes or no? Yes. Next question.
Did you have a moment where you realized you weren't straight, Kath?
No, I don't know. It was so early on that I don't even know what it was.
Yeah. Like listening to you talk about it, you've always been like a little fruity with it.
A little bit
Yeah,
fruity with the
like
sauce.
I might have even been like 8 years old or something.
Wow.
I don't know.
I remember I remember one time sitting with my girlfriend and at the time my first ever girlfriend and watching her like put her clothes on and feeling this pang of jealousy. I'm like, what the fuck is this feeling? I
Like,
I
hang
must
on a
be
second.
I was 50. I was like 16 at this point, so I really should have done some fucking investigating then. But I didn't. Um, but yeah, I should have thought about that. I remember having a long conversation about women's shoes with that girlfriend. Um, and the fucked up thing was she would tell her mum everything and told her about my like confused gender thoughts. And like I did not like that one bit.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
fucked up.
yeah, but it was my first relationship, so I didn't really know what to do. So we kind of just stayed together for a long time, with because it was comfortable. And then she cheated on me, so that was a
Kill.
good way of ending things.
Kill.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry to bring things down again. If it's not capitalism, it's another thing. But yeah, like, you don't need to apologize. The relationship is basically dead, and I'm in a way better place now.
Yeah,
I'm dating Kate, the best person in the world.
I don't cheat.
No, that's that was question one.
That's a bonus.
Um, there's like, yeah, like obviously I think every trans individual feels this, or trans collective feels this at some point in their lives where they look back and they're like, should have interrogated my feelings sooner. I knew this
Literally,
thing,
that's
I
what
knew
I
that
was just
thing.
thinking about. I was thinking about
But
for myself, as I do every time I ask this question. I have to like, I look inwards a little bit, and I'm like, damn, dude. There's at least 2 years earlier I could have came out, and I probably would have been a lot further along by now.
it's the thing is like I I tell myself this, and I tell everyone else this when I talk to them about this, but it's like there are so many signs when you're younger that like these things could have triggered something. But you know what? They're all just like pieces of a puzzle. Like you're not gonna have one piece of a puzzle of the trans flag, and it's just gonna be like the blue, like a pure shade of blue. You're not gonna realize that's the trans flag. That is puzzle piece one
That is just
of
a
1,000.
color.
Yeah, you need at least like half or 2/3 of those pieces to even have the puzzle starting to look like where it needs to be. And then at some point, you're going to find that last piece that you lost and it rolled under the fridge, and you're going to pull it out and you're going to dust the cobwebs off of it, and you're going to be like, "Oh fuck, it's done." Like there's no going back.
Me,
So,
that was me in 2019 when I because for the longest time I was like, no, I'm not. I have friends who are like trans and like gender fluid and non-binary, but not me.
yeah, I'm just a good ally.
I'm just like, yeah, they're just my friends. They're just my homies. It's whatever.
Mhm.
And then like it's like summer 2019, late summer 2019. I was sat there one night and it all hit me at once, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
this is what we're doing now, huh?
Yeah. But you know what's fucking
And then I
cool?
went to a doctor in October 2019, and it has been 5 years since almost, and nothing has changed.
No! Fucking UK.
Yep.
But you know what's a good thing? Being gay and trans, and having
Woo.
friends who are gay and trans, and dating somebody who is gay and trans, having people that understand you, you know? And that you can connect with,
That's one of my favorite
and
things
that you
about like
can.
streaming and shit too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just find all the gay people on the internet and
Just
get them
kidnap
in here.
them. Kidnap every single gay person and put them in my Twitch chat right now.
There's somebody else on the other side of this website saying the same thing, and they're gonna get banned in a minute. Um, oh yeah, it's so good, like being a queer person, and the community that comes with that, and the sense of belonging that comes with that. And even as the world is like burning, and more people like, and there are louder people against us, like just having so many cool queer people around me makes every day of mine better. And having a hot gay trans girlfriend is the best fucking thing in the world. I'd recommend it to everyone. But I have to choose mine. Sorry.
Damn, that was a good ass point. I don't even
That was
know
a
how to continue
question.
from that. I'm like, damn, that was like a good ass that was a good ass speech.
You know, happy pride.
Happy
I can if
Pride.
there's one thing I can do, it's fucking talk.
Me too. That's why I started a show for fucking talking.
Yeah. Good. It's good to have these.
What's something that like say if you like just met someone, you're like just starting to talk to someone, right? Like what's something that they could like say or do or be into and you'd be like, "Oh, you're one of them queers, huh?"
Um I don't know. Like, I don't think I really have gaydar. I wouldn't say that I'm like, this is a gay person when I meet them. Like, usually the way I meet people nowadays is through Discord or through my stream. So they'll have something in their bio that's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, women, please step on me. And I'm like, okay, I see
It's
that.
a lot easier to
Um,
like figure it out, like to just like see
mhm,
that nowadays. It's like back in the day you would
yeah.
have to have a gaydar, but now it's just like you look
Mhm.
at their Twitter profile and they're like, "Oh my god, I love women so much. I need women to peg me." And it's like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah.
Or they could just play Final
there,
Fantasy
there,
14.
this is the thing. I've been in like spaces for video games for a while, and like I've seen both. Like I know a ton of gay people who are into World of Warcraft, but I also spent so much time in a guild where it turns out that somebody was a huge WoW fan and then supremely transphobic, and there are other people who defended them. So I don't try and like paint anyone with a brush if they're like, "Oh, I love Overwatch too." Um, like I don't think there's something I can see and have and realize the person is gay. I don't think my brain works like that.
That's
I
fair.
think it's more like is this person cool? If they like an interest of mine, I'll talk about it with them. I will really connect with them. But like, if if they don't, they could still be gay, you know? I've met gay people who are shit. Like,
Yeah,
I've met gay people
me
who like the
too.
same thing, who just aren't like cool. Like,
Um,
it's
talking about like gay
yeah.
people who are like kind of shit. It's like we had well, my mom, like we have a family friend who lives in Australia, right? And he
Uh-huh.
was over a couple months ago for, I'm pretty sure it was like his dad's funeral or something.
Hmm.
But he would like come and hang out with us in the day because he's got nothing to do here
Hmm.
because his whole life's back in Australia. And he would like,
Yeah.
he was here one time, and my mum was like, "Oh yeah, me is bi and that and whatever." And he turned and looked at me and he went, "Okay, but why's that?" And I know he's like, I know he's gay, so I say, "Why are you gay?" He's like, "Because I like fucking men." And I was actually stun locked.
Weirdly weird energy to that conversation.
I'm just like genuinely stun locked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but why?
there's another part of this where I love all my queer friends. Like there are so many people in my life who are so multifaceted and they love all this stuff. There are some people that I only know of online, right? Like a lot of people will fall into certain camps because they don't have a. I'm not going to paint it with a broad brush here, but for some examples of this person, they might not have a lot of queer friends. They might not really have a sense of community, and so they end up falling into like categories like Reddit trans women, like where
The
it is
skirt go
just like
spinny people.
go spinny. It's I just play Celeste. Like it's ticking boxes to be trans instead of like and basing your life around like the products you consume and the memes you post and like that's cool. Everyone like these memes do help people. These like these identities are still valid in their own way, but they just do not click with me. Like I'm sure a lot of these women and men are super cool, but like I just am so phased out of that space. Like that I'm like I don't experience euphoria from a skirt like going spin
Going
around
spinny.
me anymore. Exactly. Like I don't need to go into spaces and ask, am I valid? Like a lot of it's obviously a confidence thing and not having other communities to express yourself in. So you push yourself into a box to earn your funny internet points.
No, like
Um,
I get why people do that, but
mhm,
something for me that makes me feel like validated or whatever is right now I'm in the process of starting up like a music project with a uh non-binary trans mask person and a lesbian. And they're both really fucking cool. And they're like, yeah,
mhm,
let's make some queer fucking like metal music
yeah.
and make people really angry that gay people are real. It's
Hell
England.
yeah.
It's England.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know how it
Like,
goes here.
yeah.
Gay people will
Do stuff
exist.
the same. I think I said this earlier. Do stuff for you. Don't
Yeah.
like we were talking about streaming. Do what you want. Don't conform to anybody else's expectations. Just live as you. You know, and sometimes that means some people won't like you, and that sucks. But you know, there will be
I am
tons of other
very
people who do
open
like you.
about things that I don't like or will like things that annoy me. And people don't like me for that. There are a lot of people who don't like me for that.
Mhm,
But also, why would I lie about something like something that annoys me or is off-putting
mhm.
to me?
It's yeah. It's a lot of no, I'm not gonna again paint with a broad brush. I know of VTubers who are very much like, I need to play the popular VTuber games. I need to do the popular VTuber things, or else I'm not gonna
I just
succeed.
play video games that
And
I want to play.
exactly, and this leads to some VTubers being supremely popular on Twitter and still having pre-debut in their names.
Yeah,
Like I'm like, this person has not streamed once, but they're hitting all the VTuber memes. They're interacting with the right
they're
people.
posting
And
$300 commissions despite not having streamed
exactly, like
once.
yeah, like people who are like, oh, I've been thinking about streaming. What VTuber artist should I talk to get a
And
VTuber
it's like,
commission?
yeah,
None.
get a VTuber rig that's 4 grand in
Yeah,
total.
make a fucking MS Paint Fugi and get it working and
Better yet,
stream.
you know
How?
what, how I get like my model and stuff, and how I got the model I
Mhm,
had before this. Um, I go on websites like Etsy, Booth, VGen, and there's so many
mhm,
artists on there who are like learning to make VTubers or learning to rig, and they'll just post stuff that they've made. And they'll be like, yeah, you can have it for like $50.
yeah.
And then a lot of the time they'll have like, yeah, you can edit the colors in like whatever
Mhm,
texture app. And that's
yeah.
what we did for mine. We picked it up off VGen and we edited the colors.
Absolutely.
Because
Like,
I don't have 4.5, 5 grand to spend on art, rigging, like all that
yeah.
stuff.
This is the thing. Like, I miss. I'm unemployed right now. I've been for a while. I miss having disposable income to spend on art commissions and things and model
Yeah.
refreshes. But it's kind of made me like be a little more resourceful with the stuff I have and like make memes through editing other pieces of art I have together and like cobble something that I'm really proud of right now. And like this is totally unasked for, and you'll hear it in a million other places. But if you want to stream, if you want to be a VTuber, just fucking start. Just go. Just get out there and stream. Do not wait for a fancy model. Don't wait for an overlay. Don't wait for getting like important like contracts with people. Don't like
A lot
try
of
and network
things
your
that I
way
see
before
people want
starting.
to is like they want to be like, I want to be part of like the like a VTuber company or whatever they're called, right?
Mm-hmm. A
But
network, yeah.
network,
Ugh.
those people make you delete your previous identity.
This is the thing. I do not want my art. And hey, never call my fucking streams content because it is not there to be mindlessly scrolled through, okay? I'm entertaining. I am here to make jokes and interact with people and make fucking connections. I'm not making content. I'm making art, and I do not want my art owned by a corporation. I feel bad as it is that I have to say twitch.tv/frogcast for anyone to understand what I do. I hate having my identity tied to the Amazon corporation. Like, I want to entertain people. I want to have fun. I want to create
Have fun.
art and create entertainment like the baseball stream. I want
The
to put on
baseball streams were
events.
so good, actually.
And I don't want anyone calling that fucking content. I put months of my life into making that event
That
and
was so
organizing
much
it with
fun.
people.
I had so much fun being
And
a part of that.
it was so good. And I'm so glad we got so many people on and I have a million ideas for next year.
I'm excited for next year. The
Yeah,
Birmingham boys
it's
will be
it's
back. We'll do better this time.
it's like I do not want to be. I don't ever want to be part of a network. Fuck Hololive. If you like them, whatever. I do not want to be part of that. I want to be me, and I want to be honest about who I am, and I want to talk about all the stuff I
I
like,
think
and
the
I don't want to
part that
be
gets me the
censored for
most
saying
is that
Taiwan.
outside of like I think one network, which I think is VShojo, if you get a network contract and you are already streaming and you have friends, you have Twitter accounts, Discords, whatever, all of that has to go
Yeah.
overnight. The second you
Hmm.
sign that contract, your old Twitter, your old Twitch, all like your stream friends, your Discord channel, the Discord account has to be gone.
Hmm. You're owned then. Like
You have to have a new
you
Twitter,
are.
new Discord, new Twitch that's
Mhm.
owned by that corporation.
Exactly. And like if you start streaming to create a community and to meet people and to be yourself, I can't imagine why you'd ever take a fucking contract with a network where you have to abolish all that. Because you're
It's the
basically
idol industry.
betraying everything.
Literally, it's the
Yeah.
idol industry, but again, and
Yep.
it's even worse this time because it's online.
Yeah, exactly. And parasocial relationship go burr. And yes, it's I don't want my art to be dictated by a bunch of fucking suits, you know? This stream has been really serious tonight.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not apologizing for that.
Next question.
That's just who I am. Like, I'm going to be aggressively
Boobs, butts, or thighs?
anti-corporation.
Yes, all three.
Yeah, all three
All
exactly,
three.
and dick.
All
Like, yeah,
four.
Wait, 4?
And dicks.
Oh.
Yeah, like people's bodies. Yeah. Next question. Hit
Yeah,
him. Let's
like
go.
my whole vibe on Twitch has changed a lot since I started. At first, I used to
Mhm.
talk in head voice to try and like sound more femme, right?
Yeah, I
To like
understand that.
fit
What is
to
that?
like
So
the
head voice is
standard.
a voice training thing. It's like
Oh, fuck
where
me.
you raise it up and you're talking like out the top of your throat. Yeah.
You're talking like from your head instead of from like your
Mhm.
chest and your diaphragm.
Voice training people talk like aliens.
And I'm not
Just
saying
making
I'm
shit
not
up.
saying like don't voice train. I'm saying
Yeah.
don't speak for 2.5 hours straight only using your head voice. You will hurt your throat.
Yeah. Be comfortable. Work out where you want to be. Like all that stuff. If you want to do voice training, all the fucking power to you.
But also a lot of it isn't about tone, it's about resonance.
Mhm.
And
You
you
gotta
can
splimble your voice.
get that you can get that resonance without going into head voice. Which is what I've learned
Yep.
over the last year and a half of
Mhm.
doing Twitch.
Yeah.
And not
And
completely fucking my throat while doing it.
And you know what's fucking cool about having a stream and a streaming community? If somebody comes in and goes, you sound like a man.
Kill
20
them!
people here who are gonna kill you with hammers. And I've got somebody right next to me who's gonna do it too. And like, yeah, that's absolutely take breaks from voice training. It's not mandatory, okay? If you're a trans
Voice
person and
First off, voice training not mandatory. Second off,
not
if you are
mandatory.
training your voice to do anything, be it
Mhm.
to sound a higher pitch, to sing, to do like metal vocals, if your voice hurts at all, stop for the day.
Stop. Yeah. Like to
Come back
even
tomorrow.
if you're voice training to just stream, like the first step in every voice training seminar or like lessons, like any journey, is getting your breathing down and getting your lung capacity up. And that's just gonna help you streaming. I remember I was talking to a voice training expert who I very quickly fell off of. But that all the first activities were about breathing and they weren't effective to me because I was already spending like all the time at work talking during meetings and then
Yeah,
talking on stream in the evenings. Like, I understand for people who aren't like talking all day, who aren't fucking yapping
want
over and
like
over and
us
over.
who just fucking yap for 6 hours a day.
Yeah. So, um,
So yeah,
I don't remember
drinking
what the
is
question
important
was.
if you're doing voice work.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about how our identities were at the beginning of streams. Yeah.
Yeah, but over
I've
time, I've
never.
kind of evolved into just I don't even want to say like a queer punk VTuber, but that's kind of what I've ended up as,
you
huh?
you can absolutely fucking say that. Um, you got a skull tattoo on your shoulder. That's all you need to be a
Woo!
punk.
I don't have that in real life, unfortunately.
I need more tattoos, but yeah,
I have
disposable
some
income thing.
tattoos. I might get one
Yes.
for my birthday.
Hell yeah.
Queer punk
Yes. Yeah.
VTuber.
Yeah.
I a queer hung VTuber.
What does that mean?
That's a whoo.
That's unfortunately Mia has been executed for crimes.
That's it. That's the only
Yep.
like.
But also half the part of me deciding to like getting a tattoo is what do I get? Because I
Oh,
want so many, but it's
absolutely.
like what do I get
Mhm.
now?
I want if you obviously hey, I also said earlier if you're a Star Wars fan, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. The one tattoo I have is the Jedi symbol. Hey,
Oh,
look,
nice.
I'm pretty critical of the Jedi. Still think it's a fucking cool thing to have
It's a
on my
fucking
body.
cool symbol.
Um, yeah. The other thing I want is Dr. Aphra's electro tattoos, which go down the side of her arm and make it look like a circuit board, um, which is really cool. I
That's
recommend
very cool.
looking them up.
What do I want? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like Bebo. Maybe like your cat. Could you
I thought
imagine
of
if you got
getting
Willow's
some of
face
the
on your
you
palm?
know the
You just hold it up to her.
the runes you get in Bloodborne that you like add to your character.
Absolutely.
What about getting some of those on my fingies?
Hell yeah.
I wanted to get runes like Nordic runes.
hmm
I got a
Yeah.
feather on my thumb for Christmas this year. Well, last year.
That's cool.
Margaret Thatcher
There's
toilet user.
I was about to post another link in chat. If you search Dr. Aphra, Aphra, Electro Tattoo, you can see
You can
a lot
post
of
a
these.
link in like Discord or something, and I can.
Hmm.
The spelling is hard.
Like in general.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, here's the I'll just post the image then.
Yeah.
In Mia's Discord, and I'm gonna post it in my Discord too in the stream pad. This is
Yeah, that's
the
cool
this is
as
the sort of
fuck.
tattoo I want. Like this looks fucking sick. Dr. Aphra fucking canon lesbian in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
Like
fucking
in
sick.
in her comics, she gets a full page kiss with a another woman. It's great.
Outsider's Mark from Dishonored. That would be a sick
The
tattoo.
the Outsider's Mark is a little tainted for me after that guy who stormed the Capitol had one.
Oh, I forgot about that.
um, yeah.
I think a
Plus,
lot of jobs. I hate the idea that you can't have tattoos if you want to get a job, right? Absolutely despise that idea, and I think it's dreamed up by fucking 60-year-old white dudes who don't even know what goes into getting a tattoo.
Where's this, Japan?
I mean, it happens in England too. Like, some jobs they're like, oh, you can't have it because you have tattoo on your hand. It's like, have you
Yeah.
ever stepped 2 fucking centimeters through the door of a tattoo studio?
Like there's some stupid stuff that people made up. Like I remember I was like at school at some point, and I was like I was just wearing a
Can't
hat.
get a job if you have a tattoo, but
The
can run for
teacher was like,
president as a
"Take the hat
convicted
off.
felon."
You have to take. That's disrespectful.
Mhm.
You can't have a hat on while you're inside." And it was a
Like, what?
beanie because
It's a
to stay like warm.
It's a
yeah,
hat, yeah.
it's a hat.
My I went to boarding school. If you couldn't tell by this atrocious fucking accent.
Queen's English, prim and proper.
Do your elocution lessons, Cass. I went to boarding school and they were supremely strict about what boys could have as hair. It had to be cut above your ears. And that always really rubbed me the wrong way. I hated getting haircuts as a kid for some reason. Who could tell why?
I
Um,
have no idea.
one kid dyed his hair blonde, and not even like a supremely bright blonde, but like a natural blonde, and was told to go home and wash it out.
That happened in my school, and my school was a public school.
What if
Yeah.
it was like permanent dye?
But
Then what?
it was like this boy who was like very openly queer and very much like camp with it, and I honestly respect him so much for that. He bleached his hair one summer and came in blonde, and he got
Yeah.
told, he basically said, "You're not allowed back in this school unless you go back to dark hair."
What the fuck?
And he said,
I did
"Lol."
that at some point. I
Ugh.
bleached my whole hair.
So the first
you-
thing I did as soon as I finished that school in year 11 was dye my hair bright blue for the prom.
Oh yeah, like as soon as I started working my job when I was out of school, I grew it out down to my shoulders, and I dyed it green and blue and purple at different times.
So I turned up to all
Um,
these teachers who were like absolutely against like bright dyed hair with bright fuck ass blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
was great.
I really enjoyed having dyed hair, but I fucking killed it with the bleach, like box
Yeah.
bleach. Just fucking needed to chemical cut it all away. And
That's the problem with my
then
hair. The ends are absolutely deceived.
and then I developed a huge complex about my hair because like my hairline was receding and it wasn't getting very thick, and I was like, oh my god, my life is fucking over. And then I started HRT and my hair's been better than it ever has.
Does it
and
fix
my
it?
hairline it's fixed it so good.
I need it.
Like,
I need
obviously,
it. I need it to fix it for me, please.
Yeah, obviously changes based on the person,
Yeah.
but I got supremely lucky.
There's also like extra meds you can take on
Yeah.
top of it.
Absolutely.
I don't have any of that yet. The UK won't let me.
Yeah,
I think there's stuff you can get like you could probably get already without.
like at a pharmacy.
Yeah, but for like the big one, the UK government won't let me.
Yeah, well, yeah, I had to go private for my trans healthcare. Yay!
Yippee!
Again, stream's getting very serious. And like, fuck, this is a gay like chat show. Our lives are serious. Like, fuck
Gay
me.
people have lives?
The thing, fuck, you see this on Twitter over and over again, but like the fact that queer people have to be positive rays of sunshine all the time, and any criticism they have to like be polite about. And the moment you're like, "Hey, I don't like you," and you're being fucking rude,
Nah,
you're
fuck
the bad
that.
person. Fuck that. Like what happened with House of Decline? Like fuck
Yeah.
that.
Nah,
Our
fuck that.
fucking our lives are serious. We do have grievances. Like we're not fucking like here to please you. Like if you need to fuck off, we're gonna tell you to fuck off.
Straight up. If I think you're a cunt, I'm gonna call you a cunt.
Yeah. Get banned from my stream, idiot.
Get bent, King Forden. You're a cunt.
Yeah. Like ugh.
Also, something I've noticed in like the because a lot of queer people I know, I like kind of lean into the punk scene a little bit.
Mhm.
And something that makes me very sad about the punk scene in England isn't even like the industry plants that are a new thing, or like the TikTok plants that are a new thing from like the last couple of years. It's one band from the UK called Idols. I fucking hate Idols. They all went to private school. They're all posh as fuck.
Oh no.
And then they
Who
have a
that
song
is?
about the best way to scare a Tory is to read and get rich. You probably vote fucking Tory.
God. It's
I'm very
fuck
much
me.
election pilled right now. I went and voted
It's
yesterday.
like good. Yeah, I had a proxy vote because I'm in Belgium right
Yeah,
now.
you're not in the
It's
country.
exactly. My mum, like,
Treason.
my mum is my proxy vote because I was living with my parents, and she was like, "Oh, you got to tell me who you want to vote for before you go to Belgium." And I was like, "Please vote Green for me." And she was like, "Oh, why are you voting Green?" And I was like, "They're the least transphobic party."
Yep.
Like, it's not much more than that, really.
I
Um,
would normally vote Green, but Lib Dems had a good chance of winning in my area. And I wanted Lib Dems to become the official like opposition party.
yeah, that would have been nice.
And that would have been so good for like PMQs.
hmm God, yeah. Oh, fucking
Counting
Britain.
votes, at least in my area, damn. Counting votes sounds awful. You just sit there all
Yeah.
night.
I can do it. I can't do a repetitive task over and over again without fucking it up.
Yeah.
My mind wanders and then boom, I gotta start a new
No, I'm just
spreadsheet.
autistic as fuck. That's my problem. I'm
Hell
just
yeah.
autistic as shit.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like it when you're open about stuff like that, though.
This is the fucking thing. Like, be your fucking self, everybody, because anybody who's pissed off at that never liked like were never real with you.
Like, I started talking about it more and more in like the last 6 months, but I've noticed
Mhm.
that people don't like it. People don't like to talk when you tell them that you're autistic as shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Sorry, what do you want me to not to be?
I'll
Okay.
just stop. Okay, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I was so
It's
lucky when I came out and everyone was like supportive of me being trans because like fuck. I I just know if I'd come out sooner in my life there were people who would not have been.
yeah.
And that would have sucked. But like, you know, I ended up cutting ties with them anyway, or they just kind of melted away. So yeah. Ah, imagine if I had been supportive. Yeah, if I came out to Runa and she was like, "That's kind of gross." Like,
Ew, that's
I don't think we can
cringe.
be friends anymore. As she fucking injects herself with estrogen. If you hadn't
Ew,
been
that's
supportive, I
cringe.
would have flown up to Iceland and fought you and lost because like you're way bigger than me. But like, I would have done it.
I have a question, and I feel like the answer is just gonna be like, World of Warcraft.
Hey, if there's one thing we love talking about,
It's Glorp Corp.
please glow up,
I have
everybody.
not yet watched the Not Like Us vid. I need to. Shout out Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's what that is.
Live Glorp.
Live glow up. It's live glow up. Yeah, it's. I'm glad you didn't win. Now I'm glad you didn't get that sticker.
I'd have been like, yeah, Live Glorp.
Fuck. Live glow up here
Live Glorp
in
right now.
Birmingham.
Live. I'm I'm not from Birmingham.
Actually, Miami isn't in actually in Miami. Like, yeah. I presume you're like I'm not gonna try and like pretend to dox you here. Actually, let's move on.
Let's
Hit,
dox
hit us with
me!
that question
Yippee! Let's
where
go
the answer is
doxing!
oh dang it. Let's hit us with that question where the answer is probably wow.
It was, what is your favorite game world?
I mean, ooh, okay. So it's probably World of Warcraft
It's
because it
probably
is
World of
purely
Warcraft.
like a game world. And like I know Kenneth, you've said things to me like this is a world that feels like a world and like I love to explore and be in.
Yeah.
But like fuck. I like it's cheating to say like any Star Wars game, right? Because I love Star Wars. Like I love that world and the endless possibilities in it. It's cheating to say that because that isn't from a video game. It's from the mind of George Lucas in the 1970s. um,
Crazy that guy.
yeah. Um, but yeah, if we're just keeping it to worlds that originated in video games, it's probably World of Warcraft.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
problem is, it's because like a lot of games are now like extending universes of like books or films or whatever. The Witcher 3. I love the world of The Witcher 3, but I know it's from books. I've read the books; they're great.
Yeah. Surprisingly leftist in parts for fantasy from the 80s.
Cyberpunk,
Like,
didn't that originate from a tabletop? That no, it's a tabletop game. I guess
yeah,
that counts.
yeah, it's a tabletop game.
That world is also really good.
There's a world that I wouldn't want to be a part of, but I enjoy exploring supremely, and I enjoy it, and I love the world building in it, and I love the subtle storytelling in it. Is the game Umurangi Generation,
I
where
don't think
you
I know that one.
it's so cool. You play a photographer for this cyberpunk like future, and you take pictures of the people in it, and the stuff they're doing, and it slowly unfolds throughout this thing. At the very start of the game, you're like told, "Hey, you get negative points for taking pictures of the jellyfish in the game," and that's it. It doesn't tell you why.
Oh,
But later on, and I'm going to spoil Umurangi Generation here. So if you don't want to hear that, come back in like 30 seconds. Okay, good. You're gone. Later on in the game, you find out that what's left of the state after a huge like cataclysm is fighting giant like jellyfish monsters that have risen out of the ocean because of climate change. And like the state does not want you taking pictures of jellyfish because it will like upset people because they're
oh
currently in a
God.
fucking war. Yeah, hugely cool world, hugely beautiful art direction. Not gonna say anymore because it's been 30 seconds. Play Umurangi Generation,
I was
game
gonna say,
of the
like, a world
forever.
that I love but I wouldn't want to be a part of is Cyberpunk 2077. And just
Yeah.
absolute capitalist hellscape that is that. We've come back to capitalism, baby. Let's go. Full circle.
Give me legs and eyes and arms. Poor Runa without legs and eyes and arms.
Just a torso.
Somebody, somebody help her out. Yeah, like it's all
Wait, no legs, eyes,
anti-capitalist
and
all the
you're
way down.
basically like you're basically like, God, what's the character? Rayman.
I was like, me and Kath looked at each other as you were like, "What's the character?" And I was like, "This is gonna be some supremely dark, like fear and hunger shit." No, it's Rayman. The
My brain's
cosmic
a little
horror
bit
of Rayman.
slow.
I love it. It's good. Oh
I look
yeah,
like that cat
but
in real life when I'm like thinking about stuff.
but yeah, World of Warcraft, fucking great world, really good vibes. Can do both high stakes stuff and smaller stories really well. Maybe not in the same expansion. Like I loved a lot of the smaller stories in Dragonflight, and the bigger stuff was kind of crap. Um,
Dragonflight
but
felt
you
like
know,
it didn't really need the bigger stuff though. It felt like a gameplay
yeah,
soft reset almost.
it yeah, absolutely.
And that was
It
like the
definitely
main
feels like a
point. It
new
was like the
era.
gameplay is just we're doing
Mhm,
this expansion, we're fixing the gameplay.
mhm. And it's cool that they did that, but it does feel like a bit of a wasted opportunity because they do so much with the dragons that could be better, that could be so much more than it just being like
I'm
the
so
important
tired
thing
of dragons right now.
is family.
Dominic Toretto turns up after you kill Farak.
I'm the dragon aspect of cars.
Family.
I'm the aspect of fast.
On the
Watch
aspect
out
of
for my-
family.
Watch out for the proto dragon aspect of furious, ludicrous.
Dragonflight was good gameplay wise though. I don't really know much about the WoW
Mhm.
lore. The most WoW lore I know is whatever Platinum WoW puts a vid out on.
Me and Kath have read WoW books, so that's how much we care about the lore.
I play WoW
Yeah.
for the gameplay, main. Like I play MMOs for the gameplay,
I
which sounds like a
play World of
terrible idea.
Warcraft.
That's
I-
the opposite for me.
Yeah, I play World of Warcraft to dress my little character up and write little stories about them.
I'm about exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, role playing the character, immersing myself into the stories and the lore.
With War Within coming up, Kath was like, "I have ground rules for how we're playing this expansion. We're gonna only go around on ground mounts. We're gonna poke into every corner of the map. We're going to only progress past an area once we've done the quests and the side quests, and we're all gonna be role playing characters." And fuck, I love you so much. That sounds amazing.
And doing professions.
Yeah.
What
but
is that
I'm
emote
not
name?
huge on
Hold
that.
on. What is that 7TV
That's
emote?
that's an emote. The voices are getting louder and I just can't take it anymore. It's just a smiley face. That's nice.
It's my new favorite 7TV emote. Well, no, actually, my favorite 7TV emote is the one that's just hi with a smiley face, but the text command for it is to piss off mobile users.
My my least favorite 7TV emote is the one B will constantly post, and it's the two Among Us beans having sex.
Ah, yeah, that one. Hi. Yeah, I play
Great.
MMOs to fight big bosses and dress my character up in cute little outfits.
Mhm. And hey, WoW's gotten really good at giving you cute little outfits.
It's
The
gotten really
summer
good at
stuff
doing
last
big boss
month-
fights too. Heroic Farak, like week 3 of the patch being out, is one of the best experiences I've had playing WoW in recent times.
I wasn't huge on the raids in Dragonflight, but I'm a person who, one, doesn't really care about dragons, and two, definitely doesn't care about the Emerald Dream.
Yeah.
Whoa! Honk honk.
Sorry, I have my window open because it's summer.
Yeah, and somebody was mad that I didn't like the Emerald
Yeah,
Dream.
someone's like,
Sorry.
I love the Emerald Dream!
Druids have been getting shit for like 6 expansions in a row now, and I'm done with it. Like fucking
Give me a Warlock story.
exactly what I was
I've
about to
been
say. We
playing
had
Warlock
Legion
like all of
and then
Dragonflight.
nothing. Warlock is so good. Shout out to Warlocks. I know Runa's here. Runa's a fucking Warlock sicko like me.
Playing a Goblin Demonology Warlock for most of Dragonflight.
Oh, that's so good. Goblin Warlock is such a good pick. I know people who say
I was
that
leveling a
Warlock
Draenei
sucks and
Warlock
is
on
really
Remix
boring.
before I stopped playing for the D2 expansion.
It's Warlock's so good. Like,
Warlock is sick.
Warlock's sick.
Also,
Like,
I love the Rainbow Cock. That's a good emote.
oh, I see. All right,
It's just a
I just
rainbow
have the
cock.
text chat up. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have 7TV.
No, I just got regular TV. I got satellite. I got Freeview.
Oh, you got
I got
Freeview.
I got
It's pre-installed.
BritBox.
Also, you see
got,
like the text for the hi emote, huh?
Yeah, I got CFAX over here. I got somebody. I got my mate's
Not
skybox.
C-Fax! Oh my god!
I got my mate's skybox, but Babe Station is all scrambled.
Oh, no Babe Station
This is
on the
such a
Skybox?
such a British conversation. Sorry, Camp.
I can't believe there's no Babe Station on the Skybox anymore.
Mia is nowhere near old enough to know what CFAX
I know what
is. Wow.
C-Fax is.
TTV stands for teletext vision. Let's go. I remember waking up way too early when I was a kid, and all I could do was go downstairs and look at CFAX on the TV and teletext. Like waiting for it to flick over to 7 so the German Cartoon Network would start. Good times.
Good times.
I was born in
Except
Germany. Did you know that?
I didn't. You'll never guess where I was born.
Britain.
Yeah, but like where?
Britain.
Fucking London. No,
London.
I wasn't born in London.
Oh, okay. Well, just
But
late
in
again.
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
I don't live in Birmingham. I've not lived in
You just-
Birmingham since I was like 2.
Popped out in Birmingham talking like this. Catherine's shaking her head and laughing. Paranoid says Cass is the UK's greatest bamboozled player. No, but I wish I'd been the greatest Bamzuki player.
What is Bamzuki?
You didn't have Bamzuki? You didn't fuck with Bamzuki?
I don't even know what
Please.
Bamzuki is.
Please tell me there's somebody in the chat who fucks with Bamzuki like I
What
did.
is Bamzuki?
Please, I'm just gonna keep saying it. I'm not gonna explain.
Chat, what is Bamzuki?
Let's go, Pyro. Let's go.
I can't accept drum bass. We need jungle, I'm afraid.
We have jungle thing.
Yeah, Bamzuki was a show on BBC. I can't fucking hear. I'm getting fucking speech jammed. It was a show on BBC where they had like it was almost like Robot War, but for kids, and they made their robots in like a spore type creature creator in
No, you're good, man.
in like a computer program, and then they would sit around a table and watch like a 3D animation of their little Bamzukis fighting, and it was so good, and it really inspired creativity in me and gave me like an interest in like engineering and like stuff that how things work, and it had a client you could make your own Bamzukis
Oh my
at
god,
home.
it had its own like little spyware app.
It wasn't spyware. It was a game show.
It's from the
2004.
BBC. It's spyware.
It was
Listen,
from...
the only BBC licensed game I've ever downloaded on a computer was Doctor Who Adventures, and that game sucks.
Yeah, it does. It did.
The game was fucking terrible. I got reminded
Willow.
about it the other day. I'll never forgive Matt Smith for being in that.
Bamzuki was the original 4. That's all I'm gonna say. You can go and you can download the Bamzuki Zook kit from the Internet Archive.
Oh my god, telly license. Now the Americans are gonna start taking the piss out of us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's man come around to your house. I saw you had a television through the window. You paying for that?
You watching
giving
Bamzuki on it?
You got Hollyoaks on that thing.
You watching these stingers?
You giving the Queen £100 a year for that? You just use it for YouTube and your PlayStation. A likely story. Let me into your house.
Let me see
Sorry, you don't have any. You don't have any legal right to come into my house. Oh, we're gonna keep sending you threatening letters then on behalf of the BBC to pay your TV license. This is my Gordon Ramsay impression. It's really bad.
Not angry enough.
Oh, he's only gone. He's fucking not paid his TV license. What a pillow.
A pillow?
It's like he's like
What?
censored.
CBeebies ass Gordon Ramsay. God, do you remember CBeebies, chat? I remember CBeebies.
I was like for kids, yeah. I didn't really watch that. I watched the ITV Kids one because I had Pokemon on it.
I only remembered CBeebies recently because in a Doctor Who episode, they say that the person they're investigating was the Book of Bedtime Stories on CBeebies.
Oh.
CBeebies nuts.
Did you have like kids TV channels in Italy, Kath?
Yeah,
What did you have?
I don't know. One of it was called like Boing.
Boing!
Boy!
That rules.
Wait, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, man, just turn it on Boing.
But like a lot of the like, I think Cartoon Network was all over the place.
Mhm,
Like
yeah.
it was incorporated into other channels.
Oh,
By Mr.
nice.
Randall.
Yeah, by the time that I
Fucking-
was like the time I'm old enough to remember TV, like Cartoon Network had already sold out like Pokemon to ITV and stuff.
Yeah, early 2000s Cartoon Network was so fucking good. And of course, like, hey, look, of course you're gonna say the best Cartoon Network was when I was a child, because that's when
Like,
you were
yeah,
watching
that's what
Cartoon
you
Network.
remember.
But like, it was
It's
pretty
why I
good.
would say like 2010's Cartoon Network was the best because that's when we first got Cartoon Network in my house.
That
That's
was
what I
like also
remember.
good.
It had
A lot of good
Amazing World of
stuff.
Gumball on it. Of course, it was good.
Gumball's so good. Gumball's
Was I a
really good.
Pokemon or a Digimon kid? I was a Pokemon kid. I still am a Pokemon kid.
I was a Pokemon kid. I am a Pokemon kid in theory, but not in practice. I just really like it's just for the holidays for me. I don't know. I don't go to
Pokemons aren't
service.
just for Christmas.
I think Camp, you feel the same way.
What do you mean?
You like Pokemon, but you don't like what it's become.
Yeah, that sucks. It should have stayed 2D.
Camp, every time a video game has like 3D models, Camp is like, this should have sprites.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, this is the thing.
Like everything like that went 3D just because, yeah, we could go 3D now because this is the future.
Yeah.
But like,
it's like shit.
why did you have to do that?
Hey, look, I know it was the first question you asked and everybody's already forgotten, but I want to change my answer for my biggest gaming disappointment.
Okay.
It was not Brink, it was Pokemon
Sword and
Shield.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about
Ooh.
Texit. I don't fucking care that they reduced the number of Pokemon in the game. Whatever, that sucks. Whatever. Moving on. That game fucking blows. Every time something important happens in the story, you're told, oh, someone else is going to handle it. You go to the next town where there's no fucking story. Like, play this game. It's like fucking Pokemon Showdown with loading screens. Like, fuck Pokemon Shield and Sword. And like, oh, just complete misstep.
Let's think about all the stuff you do in Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah, exactly.
What about all the stuff you do in
Greatest.
Platinum? Platinum's my favorite.
Oh.
Oh, Heart Gold's my favorite.
I put years into Platinum and Diamond.
Yeah, Heart Gold and
Gen
Platinum.
Gen 4 is my peak.
Yep. I peaked at that age
I
too.
didn't
It's been
like Gen
downhill ever
4.
since.
I didn't like Gen 4 as much.
But you loved Gen 3.
Yes.
The one with too much water.
Yeah, apparently.
The water stuff in that was great. You had dive.
Yeah.
Like,
It was so cool as a kid,
Mhm.
and even when I replayed it as an adult, going like to all the places where you can see like the underwater bits and
Mhm.
exploring them and finding out new things hidden around the place.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm big in exploration, so like Ruby and Sapphire,
Yes.
and Emerald,
Mhm.
greatest game.
Sapphire was my first Pokemon game. So, and then I played
My first one
Yellow,
was Heart
and then I
Gold.
played Silver. Heart Gold. I've never played Soul Silver and Heart Gold.
I
I've always
love
wanted
Heart
to.
Gold, Soul Silver.
Like,
Oh, good.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver are better than Pearl and Diamond.
There
Yeah.
is. I played Silver. I had my cousin's cartridge for it, and I played it, and I thought your rival in that was the fucking coolest fucking person in the world. And like maybe there was some like gender envy there. I don't know, but I
Dude,
remember
they
saying this
were
on
kind of
stream.
like,
Yeah, and like they were basically just non-binary, right?
yeah,
Like they just
they
only
were
went by
like,
Silver.
and that's kind of cool.
It's so fucking cool. And I mentioned this on stream years ago, and somebody immediately drew me as Silver. And I'm trying to find the fan art, but it's so fucking good. Cool, cool game. I missed that.
Alright, chat, do you have any questions for
Yeah,
Frogcast and
hit
Cath?
us. We're getting towards the
Because I have
end of things.
run
I
out of
suppose.
questions that won't be World of Warcraft related, and us going on a 10-minute tangent.
Mhm.
And from Black and White is non-binary. Yeah, I haven't played Black and White, so
Yeah.
but I believe it.
I like Black and White is apparently the best ones, but I fell off before playing them. So I was at
Black
that
and White
point.
was good.
I was at that point in my life where I didn't have access to a fucking DS because I was
Yeah.
at boarding school.
I'd fallen off Pokemon at that point too, after how many hours I put into Heart Gold and Platinum.
Yeah.
That was the peak in the sense that they had sprites still, but they were animated.
Yeah.
So good.
It's good. It's good story. as well.
Yeah.
Bruno asks, "Do you like pizza?"
Yes, but I'm lactose intolerant, so it fucks me up the next day.
Mm,
Can you not like take a pill or something?
Lactate? No, that's the wrong thing.
There's
Oh, we
pills
keep
for
seeing
that?
lactate around.
That's There's like
It's news to me that there's pills for that, to be honest with
I'm
you.
pretty sure there are pills for helping you digest lactose, and not for the other thing. I mean, there are pills for that too, but that's not what I meant.
Just get that for fun.
That's for
This
fun.
is this is a conversation we have to have off stream.
Okay.
I all the thoughts have gone from my mind. What's do
Pizza's
you
good,
like pizza?
obviously.
I don't even
like-
like cheese that much.
like-
That's the thing.
Kath makes a really good pizza, and like I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to like stereotype her. Like she's just really good at making pizza.
Greatest
in my
TV
blood.
series of all time. Part of me wants to say
we
Breaking
missed-
Bad. Thoughts on Fable? I haven't played Fable, so this is for you.
I played Fable 2. It was okay.
What is lactate actually that?
Oh, what am I thinking of? No, we don't need to go into that. What's the greatest TV series of all time? Dare I say, like, it's my favorite. It means so much to me. So, Star Wars Rebels.
Put that over Star Trek.
It's more than Star Trek Deep Space Nine. God, that's a good point.
Doctor Who is the best TV series of all time.
Incorrect. Move on.
All right.
uh, Best series, greatest TV series of all time. This is a tough one.
Game of Thrones.
No.
Incorrect.
Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer noise.
I really liked Shogun, but I just finished watching it, so like it's in my mind. I'm just gonna
favorite
go with Star
Doctor
Wars
is the
Rebels
ninth.
because
Eh.
Eccleston, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. That was my
mine's David
first one
Tennant.
too.
I'm pretty like dull like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Tennant was like the main one for me, but Eccleston was my first. And going back, I always love going back and rewatching his series because it's just it has aged so perfectly.
Absolutely. Yeah, but yeah, Star Wars Rebels is the first TV show that I started following, like live, like week to week, I think. And it meant so much to me because I was picking up my love of Star Wars again, and it gets really fucking good, like way better than any children's show has a right to be.
I really
and
should watch it.
Very
Huh?
important to me. Yeah, it's if you like Clone Wars,
I
it's
love
literally
Clone
the same
Wars.
people who made the Clone Wars making a new show. Like
Oh.
directors and producers and everything came over when Disney bought Star Wars to make it. Yeah.
Well, I actually know the answers.
If I had to Army
to
of
Star
Two
Wars
or
Rebels?
Prototype, I would Army of Two because that way I can kidnap Pyro to play it with me.
No,
Even though
I'm
that game
never
is
fucking
terrible.
I'm never fucking playing Army of Two again. Like, fuck. Me and Kian played all those games in the weeks before they were delisted, like the servers went offline. And fuck those games. Like,
Racism.
fuck the first Army of Two game where you literally ship out on 9/12 to go fight Al Qaeda.
Oh my
Like,
God.
fuck that. Prototype, I guess. It's like pretty soulless, but still kind of fun.
My favorite OC that I created in a game is played. That's so a character that I always made in Dark Souls 3
Mhm.
had the name that was spelt WHUU, and I kept that like name. That was my name online for like the longest time. And I don't even know how I came up with it. But that was
Yeah,
my
that's
online
fair.
name for like a solid 5-6 years.
Do you have a pick for your favorite OC
Oh, see?
for that you created in a game or and played as?
No, I was talking about the TV shows.
Oh, what was your pick for TV show?
The Bear.
That's too stressful for me to call it the greatest.
That's
It's
my
really
thing
good,
with
but it
Breaking
makes
Bad. Like I would have called Breaking Bad, but oh my god, it's so stressful.
I get
stressful is good.
yeah. Plus, we haven't finished watching season 3 of The Bear, so can you go do that in the bathroom, please, Ali? Thank you. We haven't finished season 3 of The Bear. I like it. I appreciate that it's good TV, but I don't I can't say it's the best one because it makes me so fucking tense. Yeah. Um.
Are you doomed to be my bad co-op game partner for the rest of your life? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just like me and Kian.
You signed up for it when you were like, yeah, let's play Resident Evil 5. And now,
Um.
Pyro, we have Resident Evil 5 DLC, we have Resident Evil 6, we have Army of
Mhm.
2.
Ugh. My favorite OC that I created in a video game has to be the one, the only Johnny Football,
Johnny
the
Foot.
the shortest, widest player you could make in um in MLB The Show, with pretty wet doe eyes, who had arms that could hit a ball 500 feet, and he ran maybe like 1 kilometer an hour. Like, I love him. If we're talking about things outside of video games, it would be my Rhodian OC from my Star Wars RPGs, Fub Sweegs, who is like a shitty Greedo, and like Greedo's already kind of like lame, kind of a dweeb. So think about that.
Yeah.
But I would put him as an NPC for inconsequential shit in all of the Star Wars RPGs I ran, and there was a point at which I've run like 8 of them for different people.
He's just
So
there
like
hanging out.
there's like 30 to 40 people in the world who don't know the other people I played Star Wars with, but do know Fub Sweegs.
And Fub Sweegs, every
Um,
time he turns up, it's a canon event.
exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah.
We did talk about
Uh,
baseball a little bit and how much
mhm,
fun it was.
exactly. And how streams are art and not content. At least for me. Like, I never wanted to hear my stream called content. Um, yeah. Nick asks, say Kath/Kath, what music are y'all into? I am an anomaly. I listen to podcasts. I don't really listen to music. Music is really Kath's department.
Uh, I don't know. That's a hard question to
I
answer.
really can't get anything done without music on. It's crazy.
I used to be a big metalhead,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I guess I listened to Corn. That's new metal.
Yeah, Corn!
I
Jonathan
listen.
Davies from Korn loved Haze.
That's
You
true.
mean Kath's dad? Yeah.
Loved Haze for the PlayStation 3.
I like industrial, uh, dark electro, like harsh EBM, uh, industrial metal, progressive metal, new metal. Then, uh, what? I'm getting confused now.
What was the band you showed me? The like Norse one?
Vardruna.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Norse folk music. I don't know. I
I'm
listen
not
more to
doing the
bands
Jonathan
than.
Davies, like, intro to Twist. I'm not doing it.
He's so good
Yeah.
at doing that.
You also like listening to video game soundtracks.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Good game.
I'll do it
Yeah.
when I don't have a guest on and I have to be professional.
Yeah. You listen to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, I used to. I don't
Mhm.
have the time for it anymore.
Yeah, you're too busy sitting on the couch watching The
Yeah.
Expanse with your girlfriend.
Like,
Watching
I
The
used to
Bat.
just sit at my computer and put on like hours and hours of music while doing other things. But no, I don't do that because I'm always, if I'm at the computer, I'm always talking to people.
Yeah. Did we miss anyone's questions? I think we got all of them. Um,
Um, Baseball.
Baseball. Fuck. I can't wait to do more baseball. I've got more plans for like event streams like that in the works.
Yeah.
I loved, like, it was a lot of work organizing that,
But it was so much fun, though.
I
It was
loved the
so
result.
much fun.
Absolutely. And getting to introduce a bunch of cool people I know to each other is super, super powerful to me. Like, I'm so glad that you all know each other now, and
Yeah.
fucking like I'm looking at this chat, and like Runa's here, and Ashley's here, and Pyranoid's here, and like
Ashley's on
you're
next week.
exactly, and Juliet's here, and like and Nick is here, and Code Blue is here, and like obviously you're here because like you follow my stream, and you're like, but you know Mia now, and you've heard Mia, and you've seen Mia interact with you or other people, and it's
Hi,
so cool.
I'm Mia.
And
Hi.
and like there is, I think sometimes there's a worry of collaborations where you use personality A with friend group B, you know, that
Yeah.
sort of fucking meme. But like it's so cool to have so many people on my baseball stream who don't have that, who just are them open and honest selves. And getting them to be together and all super fucking cool together is really rewarding. And I think it really improves the value of the art that's being made and the excitement of the event. I think if there were people there who were being non-genuine, it wouldn't have been as fucking hype as it was or as funny as it was. Um, super glad so many people were like, "Yeah, I'm
And
up for
now I
this
know how
idea."
baseball works.
Exactly.
I
I can
didn't
introduce people to
before.
the best sport in the world. Huh. Yeah.
It was fun. It was great fun.
Yeah.
Greetings from Denmark. That's awesome.
Hi.
That's a cool country. I've never been. I've never left the country. I've never left England. It looks like a cool country though.
Love it being in the North Sea.
Love Denmark. Never been.
Yeah. Baseball was really good.
Baseball was
Much
great.
like tonight's show was
Yeah.
really good. Thank you so much for having me and Kath on, Mia.
I have a great time
When
doing this, honestly. Because
yeah,
it
I'm
gives me
so
an
glad.
excuse to just like sit and talk with people for a few hours.
Mhm. I'm so glad when you asked if I wanted to be on, I was like, "Hey, I'll be with Kath. Can we both be on?" You were like, "Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
fucking awesome."
That's cool.
And I've had such a good time with both of you. I'm again, thank you so much for the invite. Thank you everybody for being in the chat and being cool and like listening to me fucking rant
And that
about
means you.
capitalism and identity and existence and art. Um,
And that means you
I
specifically. You
mhm,
know who you are.
really crank up that parasocial
It's
relationship right
you.
there.
You
It's
know who
you.
you are.
And if you feel seen by this stream, why don't you donate us a house? Uh,
And if you feel seen by this stream, why don't you follow the stream so that I know who you specifically are?
absolutely.
And also
Please,
follow
yeah,
Cass's stream because it's pretty cool.
yeah. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Mia won't be, so
I
come
won't
along
be,
see me.
so go over there and be like, hi.
I'm gonna be streaming Abiotic Factor with Just Apples, who is in the chat right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, having a good time. Really excited. Thank you, Mia, again.
Of course.
Huge
Honestly,
thank you.
it's great fun.
Hmm. Hell yeah.
Ugh.
Should we go
Alright,
find
chat.
somebody to raid?
Let's see if anyone is on. Let's see.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let's see.
I see Abby's online.
I'm gonna have to instantly mute my. Ugh. Abby is on.
Playing
Like
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Ooh.
And not doing the DLC, I'm pretty
I'm not
sure.
doing the DLC.
So no spoilers there.
Love Elden Ring. What a good
Love.
game.
They call it Elden Ring because I'm Elden in my excitement to
I'm
talk about
Elden
it
in
when I
my
talk about
ring right
anything else.
now.
Oh my god.
Who up Eldening they ring? Alright, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Kath.
Bye bye.
And Kath for coming on the show. I super appreciate it. Thank you, the Blue
Yeah.
Koi, for the follow. I appreciate you. I will be back on Monday. We're gonna play a funny little game on Steam that I got sent called 500 Caliber Contracts, which the Steam page says is. Let me pull up the Steam page and read the description to you. A 3D platformer where you kill rich people with a big sniper rifle.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be great. I'll see you guys on Monday. Say hi. Be nice to Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring. Bye bye.
Elden Ring. Bye
Bye.
bye.